Okay, the game, we are not purposely starting, well, we are purposely starting in the Game Void. Because the game plays some noises when you open it up, and I want you guys to get the full experience. Game, game, game. Okay, there it is. I've just popped in my CD-ROM. Let me mess with my computer. That definitely has a CD-ROM port. There it is. Immersion. Uh, the overlay looks a little different because this game is a tiny little square. So I hope it doesn't look too bad. I just kind of mushed it around in OBS. Okay, let's play our fun educational game now. Whoa. Play CD-ROM. Okay. Great. The good old days. Okay. So, as far as I know, this is a game where you, I guess, learn about an evil game show. There's a scary face in the corner up there. And down here as well. It's haunted. Okay, what are we looking at? Man, that text is small. Between 1987 and 1994, the British channel Network 7 broadcasted 112 episodes of the TV game show Maze Masters, an interactive adventure targeting younger audiences. This feels very loud to me. It looks normal on OBS when I turn down my headphone knob. Okay. That looks dangerous. Okay. Produced by Third Eye Pictures Studio during 8 seasons, Maze Masters was an adventure role-playing game staging groups of teenagers trapped inside of a castle. Bertram, the dungeon master, selected the adventurer who had put on a helmet which partially blinded them. In theory, this contestant could only see their own feet and nothing of the world around. Horrifying. Their 3 companions helped them from afar. Only those companions could see the rooms and the trials. Every episode followed the same pattern, although the riddles and settings could change so that you couldn't cheat by watching previous episodes. Very smart of them. Only some parts of the show were aired. Wonder who died. The different sections of the CD-ROM explore the format and backstage of the show. The idea is to shed a new light on the strange events which have been revealed afterwards. The names and last names of all the persons involved were changed, and their faces digitally transformed. They put the smudge tool over them in Photoshop. The names... oh no, that didn't change. 5 years after the end of the show, the truth about the mysteries surrounding Third Eye Pictures' activities had not yet been verified with certainty. Therefore, we wish to protect the anonymity of the persons involved. We have a helper. Ah. Figure that. Okay, I got it. Okay. Back. Players. Casting. The children chosen to take part in the show were selected according to a particular process. First, they had to send a cover letter to the production and to give a certain number of details, such as their school reports, hobbies, and the sports they practiced, along with all their food intolerances or medical treatments. When their application was accepted via a standard letter, the kids were invited to go to the closest audition. Oh, we got our first circle. That's not red, though, so there's probably not anything evil in that circle. Once there, they were introduced to the show writers and to the members of the shooting crew. Then the casting directors would have them pass a test called Intuition Test, which, according to the witnesses, was probably a sort of disguised Gansfield protocol. Is that the psychic waves one? It looks so. Great. I don't know what's happening there. I would be very scared if I was one of these children. The kids had to take a telepathy test involving cards covered with specific symbols, during which they had to guess the Zener card chosen by their companion. Okay. Great. The children always described this experience as a funny session, and apparently never realized they were taking a cognitive test. In all likelihood, the kids' roles during the show were determined by the results of these tests. Allegedly, the child with the lowest results was assigned to wear the helmet during the episode. You failed your psychic abilities test. Get in the helmet. Therefore, the choice made by the Dungeon Master was not arbitrary. It had been planned long before. Ah, I saw a spooky glitch. A few days later, the kids would receive a phone call telling them if they were selected or not. Reminds me of that one 90s thing, Protocol Legends, the Hidden Temple. I remember that show. I think I watched like maybe 2 episodes of it in my entire life. For some reason, I remember it quite vividly. Okay. Is the menu different from back? No, it's not. Well, maybe in the future it will be. Characters. We have Man Without Nose. We have a Lizard Person. We have the Jester Incident. I can't wait to find out about the Jester Incident. During their adventure, the groups would meet several allies willing to help them. During their adventure, oh no, why does it sometimes change, sometimes not? I keep instinctively starting to read before I realize it hasn't turned into a different set. That helmet looks so stupid. Did they have to put dumb horns on it? In addition to the Dungeon Master, they could rely on the assistance of Maldor the Chamberlain. What a guy. He could be prankish and slightly terrifying, but he never refused to help the adventurers. Well, that was nice of him. Easily identifiable with his red gown and crown of white hair, his help often appeared as clues related to the forthcoming riddles. The contestants could also walk into Selma the Shepherdess, a young woman lost in the castle. She never clearly explained how she arrived here, but she would give the contestants advice and directions. Help of Cora the Sentinel could be determinant. The mercenary from the marshes surrounding the castle knew all the weaknesses of the entities abounding in this place. We got a whole bunch of pictures of her. They didn't bother blurring out actors' faces, I guess. Other characters would appear occasionally. Garen the Apothecary, mischievous and wily. Alina, the Crimson Princess, the only bearer of the crystal rings. The character list is still long. Thanks. Melvadesh the Groom, Keeper of the Dragon's Eyes, King Khan's servant. Daggett the Innkeeper, well-versed in the gossips going around the castle. Why is everybody hanging out in this castle? Oswald, completely regular name, King Khan's counselor, compulsive gambler, but faithful advisor. Sulcus, the shapeshifter elf. We do not know any of his other forms. Ooh, spooky. Maybe he's secretly all the other guys. Murden the Wizard, descendant of the first druid. He was the only character who could bring a contestant back to life. They actually killed people on this show. Great. I'm gonna take that as something that definitely actually happened. Okay, wait, no. Okay, menu takes me back to beginning. I assume back will take me back to this section. Spend the town's budget on the castle so everyone just stays there. Yeah, there's no room for anybody to live in, like, there's no town surrounding the castle. There's just, like, maybe a couple of tents. Everybody has to go live in the castle. Unfortunately, in Maze Masters, the enemies outnumber the allies. In this section, only the human-shaped antagonists are listed, and no other kind of creatures. See entities. Lord Fear was one of the most striking ones, as the final enemy the adventurers would fight in the throne room at the end of their journey. I love how photoshopped he looks. He ruled over several sadistic henchmen, blindly serving his dark ambitions. I love Lizard Man. Aside from the Dark Lord, there was Queen Narghal, who could control the main entities of the castle. Great pictures. His faithful servant and counselor was the Jester himself. As from Season 4, Nue Memes will disappear in the show. Good. Already it's breaking. Oh no, my game! How could this happen to me? Tell me more about the enemies. What secret things am I going to be able to click on? Oh, video. Well, I guess we're not learning any more about the enemies then. Although the incidents related to the cast of the show remain quite minor, they are no less noteworthy considering the evolutions discovered later. It appeared that some actors got so lost in their roles that they were unable to break character. The actress playing Liliana was found asleep on an unsaddled horse somewhere in London's suburbs. Where on earth did she get the horse? And the performer playing Watan the Wizard set his garage on fire while trying to find the Philosopher's Stone. Yet the cast turnover certainly remains the most curious element. Except for a few rare exceptions, most of the actors refused to keep their roles after their first shooting. Many reasons were mentioned, but the most common one was related to issues with catering on the set, and in particular with the presence of something in the meat. They were feeding them human. Okay, well I didn't even catch that. Didn't even give me a chance to read spooky corrupted text. The Chester incident. We have video? One. Don't tee-hee at me. Who? Tree? Can I press any of the knobs? I don't think I can. 4. He's coming up behind me. He's coming to get me in real life. Feels like I may be summoning a demon. It's the Joker! What? It's all of that. Can I leave? Can I get out of this place? Is this a puzzle or something? Do I have to put them in order? Oh wait, no, I can press back. Okay, the back does still exist. I was so entranced by the static on this television. Let's go back. Perhaps there is something that will help me figure out secrets. Safe rooms. Oh no, I'm gonna have to remember how to get back through all these, Enigma rooms. Although there were many dangerous rooms in Maze Masters, the adventurers could take a break in some of them. It's why... That looks incredibly hazardous. The first ones were called Enigma rooms, and they were of all sorts. Maths riddles, brain teasers, rebus puzzles, or anagrams. In those rooms, the 3 assistant players could be particularly useful. Bertram would only give clues if the team manifested signs of weakness. These children are weak. Give them a puzzle clue. Okay, encounter rooms. Encounter rooms were rooms where the bearer of the helmet would meet a character or a peaceful creature. That's nice. That doesn't look very peaceful and pleasant to me. I guess I'll have to take their word for it. On a very few occasions, an Enigma room could serve as an encounter room. Well, there's the Jester. There he is. He's here too. I'm gonna realize that the Jester is appearing on every page and he's gonna come out of my screen and kill me in real life. Empty rooms were statistically very rare, but could still be found from time to time. They could be mistaken for the rooms inhabited by wall monsters. Great, although they could offer a short break, they were neglected by adventurers who never stayed there for long. Okay, some said that they felt uncomfortable in these rooms, while others would explicitly speak of the fear that they inspired in them. But the most common emotion mentioned by the contestants is that of a feeling of unbearable melancholia. Cave! I could never feel melancholy in a cave. Despite their very young age, the contestants said that they experienced the emotions of an old person on the verge of death. They all said that, exactly, quote. Some of them would feel regrets and remorse related to notions they could not explain. The production eventually stopped using those empty rooms due to the players' negative feedback. However, some of these rooms never ceased to appear, in spite of this decision, triggering a wave of panic and confusion among the production crews. They got the back rooms in this old TV show, I guess. Oh, I already clicked on that one. Healing rooms. That sounds nice. Healing rooms were rather rare, but appreciated when they appeared. They gave the adventurers a few precious health points, and without them some teams would have probably failed. In addition to the rooms, some items from the choice trial could also provide some health points. The rainbow! During the last scene of the adventure, the players could also receive some bonus points according to the number of health points remaining at the end of the journey. Great. Lethal rooms. Horrible bloody weapon. Some rooms contained huge bombs set by Lord Fear's henchmen. Oh no, not a big cartoon bomb with a string coming out of it. If a player stepped into one of those rooms, their friends had 30 seconds to guide the player toward the closest exit. If they could not do it within the allotted time, the bomb exploded and the game was lost. Turned into a smear on the floor. Poor kid. Trap rooms. Apart from the bomb rooms, the players could also walk into what was called a trap room, with big scary holes in the floor. There were different types of them, and just like the bomb rooms, the player had to follow their friends' indications in order to escape the threats. It mostly seems like holes in the wall. Circular saws, blade tied to pendulums, huge gaps in the ground. There were a great number of threats. It's like a skull in there. If they failed, the players would lose points. If the number of health points reached 0, the game was over. Against all odds, no incident was reported in those rooms during the show. So I guess we are supposed to just assume that they did actually have, horrible bladed weapons and real holes, in the floor that led to the void in the show. If incidents occurred in them. Night rooms. The night rooms rarely appeared but they made an impact when they did. The bearer of the helmet had to find a way to cunningly escape the wrath of the enemies. Oh no, not polygons. Galahad appeared in one of these rooms. So far, the production crews have asserted that they still ignore how the statue displayed in the headquarters hall had appeared or what kind of mechanism brought it to life. That is a confusing sentence. Even if the contestants' injuries were harmless, this event is one of the reasons behind the show's cancellation. Okay, so they were just summoning demons on TV. The random rooms are the least documented rooms since none of them were aired on TV. They looked more or less like normal rooms, and the only feature that would set them apart was the apparition of specific enemies in those rooms. The only random room which could be recorded off-air was the one containing the Pit Brain, as it was called by those who mentioned it. Nonetheless, they were unable to describe their interactions with this entity. Delightful. Next to no information. My favorite. Color rooms. The gameplay of the green rooms was particularly distinctive. When a contestant stepped into one of them, they had to roll a dice, and the dice itself would then appear in the room. Okay. Dice coming at you at Mach speed to lob your head off. Once the dice rolled, it turned into a kind of portal emerging in the room. It was actually a gate which would take the player to another part of the castle, and the exact location was decided by the dice's result. This mechanism appeared in several episodes. During one episode in Season 3, the portal apparently opened a gateway to a dark and terrifying dimension. This place was systematically called the Dark Place by all the contestants who came back from it. This incident happened twice, during Seasons 6 and 8. I really feel like they should not have had that many seasons, if there were so many incidents. The feelings described by the contestants express a sudden and frightening existential angst, which would follow them until the last scene of the adventure Sea Healing Rooms. The contestant who went to the furthest point into the heart of this dimension found what would seem to be a watchtower. He mentioned a dreadful presence overlooking from the tower, but he remained unable to define it. I think I could survive this show no problem. I'm constantly feeling crushing existential dread. It wouldn't even bother me. The red rooms were located in a zone called the stomach, a kind of organic mental hell designed to try the contestants' nerves. The issues with the meat started right after the first apparition of this setting, and in all likelihood, these two elements were connected. Okay. Were they eating pieces of the set? After a few airings of this setting, the production definitely removed it. Okay, since they had received many complaints from families who deemed it too gory for such a young audience. I'm hearing evil clicking. For more than 8 seasons, I'm impressed it lasted that long. Seriously. I feel like I'm gonna be haunted now. After a few airings of this setting, the production definitely removed it. Okay, I already read that. That's icky. That looks gross. That looks like a pile of worms. Okay. Yellow rooms. They don't want me to hear about the yellow rooms. They don't like the yellow rooms. I can't come on any friends. Well, at least they're not preventing me from touching anything on the screen at all. Can I poke? I think there might be a demon in the yellow rooms. Okay. Well, that's one of my colors is evil. How about blue? Blue is good. Great. I'm halfway safe. Up to now, the blue rooms have remained mysterious. So many people wearing this stupid helmet. Created by Jay, as some sort of mental trial which could only be crossed with a substantial mental health, the blue rooms would trigger particular visions related to a dizzying dimension reminiscent of brutalism. Every contestant, even remotely fragile, could only stay there for very few moments, and they all mentioned a heavy feeling of sadness. Ew! That looks like a corpse. The corridor leading to this dimension is in itself a challenge to cross. Notably, there were cruel imps and a horrible giant with a distorted face. I guess that's Corpseman. Just show me a bunch of pictures of him making angry faces at the camera. If the contestants managed to avoid them, they could step into the zone. Several images have been recorded, but their content makes every attempt to analyze them useless. Jay's pages on this matter seem to have disappeared from his research notebooks. I assume there's some other area that tells me who on earth Jay is. He's an eyeball. Okay. Oh. That looks like a giant head. Uncertain. I feel like there should be like secret things for me to click on in the images, but every time I go over them, nothing seems to happen. Just gotta frantically click everything, just in case. Secret rooms. Okay, dark rooms. They don't like me seeing the dark rooms. Okay, meat rooms. Meat rooms aren't haunted and evil, though. Meat rooms are fine and normal. This section addresses one of the strangest mysteries surrounding the show. Right after the first jester left, a certain number of events happened, all meat-related. Lots of meat activity. Apart from the panic concerning the catering, several rooms in the castle were found packed with pieces of rotten meat taking the place of the props that were supposed to be there. A thief! Even if the crew in charge of the scenery denied everything, the events blew out of proportion in increasingly troubling ways. Production even had to install security cameras on the set in order to try and identify the culprits, but it remained useless. It would seem that the meat appeared on its own. Apparently, the radical decision from Season 6, introducing three-dimensional sceneries, put an end to the manifestations. Okay. Aura rooms. The different documents found after Jay went missing prove that he was particularly interested in aura phenomena and the Kirlian effect. Okay. Obsessed with all the alternative ways that would allow him to corroborate his theories, Jay was convinced that auras could confirm the efficiency of his protocols. Who was doing evil science on this children's show? In one of the rooms of the castle, there were special cameras which could capture and show auras on screen. Quite unexpectedly, only the aura of the room itself appeared, but no human presence was recorded by the capture. Stop! It keeps making evil clicking noises at me. However, the room seemed to glow with different colors according to the number of health points of the contestants. Since the results were not satisfying enough, the process was quickly dismissed. I think that we probably should have studied that further. Well rooms. The well rooms would appear at random. If a well had actually been built especially for the needs of the show, the original prop painted by an artist disappeared from the studio. After this theft, wells started to emerge from the ground in random scenes. Just like the meat apparitions, this issue was stopped by the shift to digital scenery. The most striking well was the one leading to the purple dimension. See keys. Keys? There. Exploring horrors beyond your comprehension? Not yet, but I'm sure soon. There's been lots of spooky visual glitches already. I'm sure some evil cognitohazard will come into my brain and kill me. Wall monsters. Wall monsters are special features of the show, and we find very few similar examples in other bestiaries of legendary creatures. They just look like old video games. They would randomly appear in empty rooms, and nothing in particular seemed to announce their arrival. If the wall monsters made sure to terrify the assistant players, they were only a voice for the bearer of the helmet. Okay. There's dragons? Somehow they represented the spirit of the castle. They knew its history, and they had watched the adventures of all the players. Are they gonna be evil? When we try to decipher their particular way to communicate, we find in their words a sort of ancient wisdom. That doesn't look like it came out of the wall, that just looks like a big head. Their size and colors revealed how dangerous they could become. However, the production crews asserted they were not to blame for the apparition of a face in the altar room during the Season 4 finale. Remember, they had at least 8 seasons. They were already having weird ghosts in Season 4, and they just kept going. There she is! Wonderful. Creatures. Oh boy. We don't get any text for the creatures, I just have to figure it out. Show me my creatures! What do you mean? I can't believe you don't want me to see any of the creatures. God, why even live? How about anomalies? Oh, I can actually click. Ah! Not a ball of poop. Floating skulls. Big head. Cans. A prune. More prunes. I don't like that. Okay. How many pictures? Okay. The well, I assume, was the last one. How about objects? Various food. The contestants choosing food during the choice trial expressed their need for energy and motivation. Okay. The players seem to develop different physical or cognitive capacities according to the products they would choose. The only incident happened in Episode 7, Season 3, when a roasted chicken was offered to the contestant during the choice trial. The player started to weep with joy, hit by a fit of neurotic euphoria in front of the chicken, and the sequence had to be interrupted. They just really like roast chicken. It was the first and last time that cooked food was offered during the show. So they just got raw junk from then on, I guess. Fruits and vegetables. The contestants favoring fruits and vegetables during the choice trial manifested a need for vitality and energy, or an overwhelming thirst for life. Wonderful. Apparently vegetables were a more psychological sort of food, whereas the fruits seemingly affected the players on a physiological plan. Okay. Potion counts as a fruit and vegetable, and so does bone as well, also. Gold! Each contestant who would choose the gold bar seemed to be searching for eternity and inner wealth. How do you get inner wealth? This longing for accomplishment was almost pathological, and it often appeared through hasty and inconsiderate decisions and through overconfident reactions. And yet, the contestants who would choose gold usually led their team to victory. Well, then I think everybody should probably choose gold. Just, it seems like it gives you a buff. The contestant who would choose the key expressed a longing for freedom and knowledge, a need to unlock a zone in their own mind, or to express their determination to resolve a complex inner conflict. Apparently, a specific protocol was implemented to the bearers of the helmet who would choose the key. Many among them could access the Land of Dream. The process generally followed these steps. When a contestant chose the key, it triggered the apparition of a special well in one of the nearby rooms. If the contestant decided to step into it, they could access this purple dimension, as Jay would sometimes call it in his notes. In all likelihood, one of those extra-dimensional translocations gave the greatest number of results. That's just a big puddle of blood. I don't think I trust this place. The dimension was finally detected thanks to the technology integrated to the helmet number 4. The images show a dominant feature of pink and purple color, but we ignore if this dimension really adopted those colors, or if it was an effect produced by the recording process. Okay. After the descent into the well, the contestant would reach a forest. Several explorers of the purple dimension mentioned the apparition of doors, which seemed to lead into the darkness. If they stepped through one of those doors, the contestant would be brought back to the initial forest. Huge breathing meatballs would then appear. It's regular fantasy, kind of spooky, with a big meatball, living, alive meatball that breathes at you. Network 7 Studios apparently caught fire right when Jay tried to make a more thorough map of the zone. The only human figure who could be found there was a sort of mute ferryman who never reacted to the contestants' solicitations. Because it wasn't yet their time to die, I assume. The kids who would choose the pie expressed a need to share, or, on the contrary, a yearning for acknowledgement. Why are there so many just stick a big bone in front of them? The pies were presented a few times to the contestants, and those who would choose them seemed to be more likely to find themselves in yellow rooms. The pies in the show were prepared in a nearby bakery, which has never accepted to reveal the recipe of family heritage from generation to generation. That's a good-looking pie. That looks like a reasonable pie. I'm not sure if I would be so crazy about not giving out the recipe. It looks pretty regular. It's a bit of a generic pie. Okay, several precious stones were offered the contestants. Sorry, I saw rocks and my brain short-circuited. I have to pick them out of the screen. I need them. Give me rock. Those who would take them during the choice trial expressed through this decision a need for anchoring or personal stability. Several stones of different colors were submitted during the trials, and apparently the red ones were the stones that would trigger the greatest number of negative reactions among the contestants. Because red is evil. Glove. Just one. Each contestant who would choose the glove sought a feeling of protection and safety, but also expressed a need for limits. Choosing the glove could be useful to solve the struggles a team could meet, or it could reveal a much more personal need from the bearer of the helmet. The fabric the gloves were made of affected the statistical frequencies of that choice. It just looks like one glove. I'm pretty sure this is just a bunch of pictures of the same glove. The contestants seemed to prefer the real leather gloves, and they never chose the gloves made of synthetic fibers. Skull, also. Okay. Flask. A great number of distinctive flasks were presented to the contestants. They were labeled with tags supposed to give information about their content. It was proved later that those flasks were filled with sand, oil, or bicarbonate of soda. Each contestant who would choose the flask expressed a yearning for fierce motivation or for luck. The contestants seemed more unlikely to take interest in the flasks with the more grotesque names on the tag. Such as? Give me some examples. You already told me about alive meatballs. I can take it. The corks were sealed after season 2 when a contestant drank a whole flask of oil before the crew could react. Oh no, poor guy. Oh, he must have had such a tummy ache. Weapon. Every weapon submitted to the contestant's choice was fake. The players who would choose a weapon were sometimes motivated by a desire for revenge. These 12-year-olds, who do you want revenge on? Or by a feeling of depreciation? When there was a weapon on the table, it was systematically chosen. Worried by the message it would deliver, the production eventually decided to considerably reduce their presence until they were finally completely dismissed, despite Jay's sharp disapproval. Okay. Symbol. It does not like Symbol. It's not a fan of Symbol. How about Bones? All the contestants who would select the bone during the choice trial seemed to be motivated by a need for rebirth or for a sort of psychological reinvention. Choosing the bone was about accepting your own ending in order to live again. Each contestant selecting this object would often display signs of excitement and great physical condition, along with the disconcerting ease to move around in spite of the helmet. I don't like whatever that was. That was creepy. I look like a desiccated body of some kind. Among all the objects offered to the contestants, some of them did not belong to any particular category. I don't know what that is, but it looks rad and I want it. A jug in the shape of a buffalo horn, a spellbook, a figurine, an hourglass, a dish towel, a bar of soap, a vase, a bell, and that's it. All those seasons and they only had one, was that like maybe 8 things? Guess they didn't have an incredibly high budget after all of the scary, horrible rooms. Experiments. The helmet. Doesn't like the helmet. But I've heard so much about the helmet. You can't just not tell me about it. Remote viewing. After Jay went missing, it appeared from the different documents which were found that he was particularly interested in experiments related to remote viewing. Jay was captivated by the CIA's research on this matter, and he had consulted the entirety of the research conducted by Russell Targ and Harold Puthoff at Stanford University. In his notes, Jay mentions the mysterious Oracle project, and we believe it could be related to Protocol 12. I have no idea what that is. During the last 3 seasons of Maze Masters, the helmet was probably equipped with a device allowing a kind of remote viewing, but no proof of results related to the research has ever been found. Okay. They Zalgoed me. They Zalgo texted me. I've been Zalgoed. Hallucinogens? No. I'm not allowed to hallucinate. Brain camera? No. Come on. Give me just a crumb. Just a crumb of lore. What's in more then? Well, that sure is more. How about Third Eye Pictures? Oh boy, I get to say beep again, you guys. My favorite. The information given in this section is to a certain extent speculative. It discusses the doings of a certain J. Beep and the different groups he supervised. The Self Bureau, the Dream Clinic, and at the time of the events, Third Eye Pictures. J. Beep's scandalous personality and his different aliases, not to mention the eccentric gossip about him, have all blurred entire parts of his biography. According to certain elements from our investigation, this individual known as James Jeremy Jacob Jasper came from Wales, and he could be around beep years old today. If this person was indeed identified by several witnesses who spent time with him, there is no trace of Jay or his aliases in the British Administrative Archives. 5 years after the events, a certain number of former members have accepted to speak out, enlightening us concerning a few elements about their experience. Origins and precepts. We could find no trace of Jay, who was known as Jacob at the time, before he arrived at Cambridge University to study psychology. Red Circle, that guy's evil. He attended the course delivered by Devin Kay, who quickly became his mentor. As a specialist of altered states of consciousness, he taught Jay the fundamentals of parapsychology. We ignore the true extent of their collaboration, but it became more than an academic one. Jay would spend all his time in his teacher's lab, and he had to retake a year on account of his many absences. 4 years later, Devin Kay was diagnosed with a rare disease and left the academic world. Jay was described by his classmates as one of the best in their year group, but also as the strangest. Okay, for instance, he had no doubt about the scientific validity of extrasensorial perceptions and the models of their practical applications. He was often described as an unfriendly man, and yet a little group of students would always spend time with him. After the bachelor's degree, they created together a student society called the Self Bureau. Due to the nature of their experiments, which the university has never wanted to reveal, the young members of the Bureau were sent down right before their PhD Viva. I don't know what that is. I'm not a scientist. We've got our second red circle. Scary. Scary men. The members of the Bureau moved to Birmingham, and there was no sign of them for a while. The Dream Clinic. We were finally able to track them down 3 years after the Cambridge incident. So many incidents. At the time, Jacob was called Jasper. They had settled in a medical center in Birmingham's suburb. Internally, they called it the Dream Clinic, and they used a building both as a living and working place. In this clinic, they conducted several experiments related to REM sleep and to the psychic states of inconsistent consciousness. The treatments were free, and the candidates to the experiments were paid. Oh boy! I hope they didn't plant evil things into their brains and then kill them. microphone to record snoring, nasal cannula monitoring airflow, electrodes monitoring brainwaves, eye movement, and muscle activity. I don't think I'd be able to sleep with all this stuff on me. Electrodes monitoring movements, respiration belts to monitor breathing, finger oximeter monitoring blood oxygen levels. How do finger oximeters work? Do they stab you a little bit? Is there a stabbing going on, or does it just somehow magically figure it out through your skin? Luckily, I've never had to wear one. In this clinic, they conducted several experiments related to REM sleep and to the psychic states. It was over here. We cannot explain how the group had managed to find such an important source of funding at the time. Okay, for 5 years, Jasper and his team carried on the research without anyone noticing. Apparently, something happened in 1981 since the group split up that year and Jasper disappeared again. Thanks to testimony given by Terrence B., we were able to trace the nature of the research conducted by Jasper, but also the reasons behind the dissension of the group. During the first 2 years, the team made a major breakthrough, decisive for the forthcoming events. I don't like that image. They argued they had identified a dream dimension containing spatio-persistent places and zones which could be visited. Perhaps the zones from the television program. The starting point of their discovery was the case of Norma T., a young woman suffering from night terrors since childhood. Thanks to an ultrasound therapy treatment paired with hypnotic suggestion, Jasper managed to help the patient. Yay. But Norma became subject to recurring oniric visions, which lasted several weeks. Not yay. Jasper used the same treatment on other volunteers in the clinic, and the results exceeded expectations. They experienced the same visions, and they became systematic despite the complete isolation of the patients. At first, the images were peaceful. A little bridge leading to a calm sea, a majestic tree bathed in light. Wonderful. And as they walked further into the dreamlands, the visions became more symbolic, even mystical. The candidates mentioned visions showing huge eyes staring at them in a face of cyclopean size. Okay. Specifically the size of a cyclops, I guess. All the candidates explained that after a little while they would see a sort of tunnel or arch shaped by trees, and at the end of the strange corridor, a door or gateway would appear. None of those look like they're made out of trees. Probably not the best images to pick. As they got closer to this gate, the candidates would show signs of tachycardia. Some of them would also be subject to vomiting. We suppose this is the moment when the group started to split. Jasper and 2 of his most faithful followers really wanted to see what was behind that door. All the other members expressed a certain unease concerning the uncontrolled protocol and possible effects on the candidates who had not given their full consent. Despite those dissensions, one last experiment was conducted on 10 or so candidates who were given an anti-nausea medicine. That fixes the problem. I'm sure nothing bad will happen there. All the subjects said that after stepping through the door, they experienced a stream of traumatizing or nightmarish images. It could have been a case of phobic hallucinations from traumatic memories or about death. I love all the floating skulls just yelling at you. The dreamers mentioned a huge house lost in the middle of an empty and sinister heath. Once they had stepped into the house, the candidates could see stairs and a checkered patterned floor. The house seemed empty, but they all mentioned a heavy feeling in the chest and a metallic taste in the mouth. Among the 3 candidates who climbed up the stairs, 2 of them mentioned their meeting with a young girl standing among wooden flotsam. When she spoke, no words came out of her mouth, only a strange sound of wood cracking and breaking. The last witness mentioned a meeting with a spectral entity carrying a gladiator's sword, and he explained that he woke up the moment he tried to get closer. Evidently, the candidates were deeply troubled by this experience. The peaceful visions had given way to unclear but terrifying scenes. Some of them left the clinic in the middle of the night without even taking their belongings. The dissident part of the group threatened to call the police. An argument broke out, and some of the members came to blows. Fight, fight, fight! Jasper ran away at dawn with his partner and 2 other adepts. They took with them a few files, some materials, and the remaining cash. How could they? How could they do this to their bodies? The Prague years. Is it Prague or Prague? I feel like I've heard it said both ways, and neither of them sound correct. We only know a few things about this period, but several compatible elements confirm that Jay and his acolytes went into hiding somewhere around Prague. They became extremely discreet, and it would seem that they were invited by an acquaintance on site. We found no trace of rent or bills under their names, but after the fire at Network 7 Studios, we did find a few pictures in Jay's office. Okay. That's not in English, obviously. They have a desk out in the woods. They apparently lived in seclusion, however, a great number of parcels were delivered to the address of their living place. The inquiry established that they contained books. Yay! Reading! The numbers of volume is likely to have represented Jay's important esoteric collection found in the studio. See Archives Books. The inquiry, no, that's the same one. 2 years ago, an independent journalist covered a book written by the couple during their Prague years, but published in the United States. Couple. Okay. I guess they meant partner as in, like, his wife or whatever. I thought they meant, like, research partner. Entitled Dreams, Transform Your Life Through the Power of Your Dreams, it introduces different techniques related to dream control. Here are the names of a few chapters. Painting the Imaginary Tree. Taking a mental self-portrait. The Third Eye. Identifying your personal archetypes. Building a House of Dreams. Sketching Dreams. Digging into the unconscious. Learning to fly. On the Dream Highway. Posing a visual question. Building a dream temple. Setting your dream self free. Okay, great. I'm gonna jingle these keys around. It won't let me jingle the keys. Worst game ever. Okay, what else we got? TV production. As soon as he came back to the United Kingdom, Jay put a lot of money into different kids' TV programs and cable channels. Here are a few noteworthy examples. I really want to be able to click all the stuff in the background. You're not giving me the opportunity to click all the stuff in the background. The Cranky's Electronic Comic. Lots of K's. Galloping Galaxies. Ghost Train. The Computer Programmer. Alphabet Zoo. The Trapdoor. Terror Towers. Alias the Jester. Does the J stand for Jester? Is he the evil jester? Is that the plot? Okay. I guess that's all of TV production. Movie production. Between 1990 and 1995, Jay funded through his affiliated company called Third Eye Movies 8 feature films thanks to the benefits collected from Maze Masters. Most of them were immediately released on VHS and can no longer be found. Although all of them are horror movies, we can notice in the course of the years a shift towards an increasingly gory and deviant content, a surprising choice for a production studio specializing in kids' TV shows. You can click on the tapes to see some of the photographs from each movie. The true villain was the BBC the entire time. Oh, wait, I have to X in order to click on them, don't I? I do. Prison Kill, Evil Eye, Dead Planet, Brain Feast, Meatballs, Death Trap, Dark Hole, and The Meat Man. That man does not really look like he's made out of meat. He more just looks like a wolfman. Prison Kill. Wonderful. Great. Evil Eye. That's so good. Why can't I go back? I want to look at the Evil Eye again. No head. Right. Look at him! He's so goopy! I love him. New favorite character. Okay, everybody else get off my screen. Dead Planet. Looks like in the game I Have No Mouth and I'm a Scream, all the people in like their cages. An orb with a brain. Hey, that guy was in Prison Kill. They reused a shot. Hey, that guy was in Prison Kill. They reused a shot. Why are they... Yeah. Why are those the same? Okay. Oh, we have someone, I guess, drilling into a brain. Brain pasta. Wonderful. We have Baldwin. We have British teeth. We have wet skeleton. How about meatballs? That's one spicy meatball. Gross. Hey, that wasn't a meatball. That was just a brain. That should have gone the other one. I think these guys are mixing up their images. And Dracula was there. Great. Death Trap. Wonderful. I cannot fathom what most of these movies are supposed to be based on the images they've given us. Just got her head in the ground. She's snotting, I guess. There's that hole where the lady put her head in the ground, I guess. This is the Meat Man. Those do look like some meaty guys. This one works with the title. The rest of them, it doesn't seem so much. There is definitely meat there. Right? Controversies. My favorite. It doesn't want me to hear about the controversies. We're not allowed to speak ill of Mr. J. Okay. Theories. Oh man, that's a lot. Williams theory? Can't hear. Wait, what was that? Super CD-ROM system. Okay. I thought that might be a secret or something. I think it's just the name of the CD company. Ah! One of them works. I didn't even read it because I was clicking through them too fast. Some theories argue that the contestants might have created without knowing some sort of illusory tulpa. Oh boy. Tulpas are entities or realities materializing themselves through one's willpower only. 2 long pages from one of Jay's notebooks enthusiastically analyze Alexander David Neal's writings dating from her Tibetan period, telling about the tulpa she created and destroyed while she was in Tibet. I don't think you should create a tulpa unless you're willing to take care of it and feed it and take it for walks. Why would you create it and then destroy it over the course of one vacation? That's really mean. Okay. We got a spooky ghost. Wonderful. No further information about tulpas. Cult? Cult. A theory according to which Jay behaved like a guru with the people around him is unfortunately quite solid. From the Self-Bureau to Third Eye Pictures, he never stopped pursuing parascientific goals, colored with New Age nuances. Almost all his adepts refused to talk to us. Most of them seemed to be fearing for their life. It can be noted that today, Jay is still somewhere outside, and it could explain their reluctance to speak out. He's still at large, huh? Among all the research undertaken by Jay, none of them stray from his burning need to seek a door beyond the frontiers of the mind, and to stretch the limits of perception. Okay, it's hands and a guy and unreadable text. Wonderful. Cover up. No cover-ups allowed. No mind control allowed. Shadow people. I didn't know this was here. They put me in the game, everyone. Aside from the events from the TV show, Network 7's premises gained a certain reputation in the British paranormal small circles. Several members of the production crews mentioned strange apparitions on some of the photographs taken during the shootings. Red Circle! Several members of the... Oh, that's the same thing. They didn't even give me any new information for my Red Circle shadow person moment. It's monsters. Although the official investigation ignored this aspect, several theories pointed out the possibility that those apparitions could be connected to the different dimensions which had been explored. The most persistent ones argue that these manifestations could have been caused by a communicating vessels phenomenon. That looks like it's from that meme about the guy in his hiding place. If a contestant entered the dream dimension, one of the shadow people would appear in our reality. Aside from those strange pictures which could not be asserted as authentic, no other elements can support this theory. Lame. I need more shadow people. I need more shadow person representation in my video games. However, the fact that those entities appeared during occurrences of sleep paralysis remains disturbing, given the similarities connected them to Jay's research. Okay. Wonderful. Man. It's less shadow person information than I would have wanted. How about the dream world? No. Indigo children? No. No indigo children for me. Archives. Photographs. Hey, that's not the right picture. Hey, that's not the right picture. Well, that is the right picture, but it's crunchy. Okay, so they're all messed up somehow. Can I press any of these? I cannot. Any clues? Any clues to the mystery? They really stick up there for a while, huh? Right. Dragon? No. Well, I'm getting nothing out of these pictures. These guys really should have checked their CD-ROM before they sent it out. I think it's broken. The books listed below were all found by the firemen in Jay's office. They are parts of the rare documents which survived the fire at the studio. The pseudoscientific content of most of these books questions the deontological soundness of those experiments. You can see the covers of these books along with potential notes written in their pages by clicking on each cover. Okay. I gotta itch my nose real quick, sorry. I'm a little allergic to this game. Spirit releasement theory. Regression therapy, present life recall. That's just called remembering your memories, birth regression, past lives therapy, recovery of soul-mind fragmentation, spirit releasement therapy, remote spirit releasement therapy, and treatment of the demonic. Spirit possession syndrome. That's all the other stuff. Dedication forward, preface about this manual, the truth, introduction, reincarnation, spirit possession, multiple personality disorders, similarities between MVD and SPS, background history, MVD and SPS, Tibetan Book of the Dead, the Bible, Middle Ages, demonology and mental illness, 18th century, the modern era begins, and 19th century, the spiritualist view. Nothing else. They didn't bother looking at the section that he highlighted at all. You have the Sphinx and the Rainbow. Then the Majesty of the Brain, the Quirks of Evolution, the Explosion of the Forebrain, the Mind as Searcher and Leaper, Frontal Left and Right Brain, the Guiding Hand of Feedback, Left and Right Brain, the Time-Bound Left Brain, the Space-Bound Right Brain, and the Right-Left Partnership. Of time as a river, of biological clocks and counters, of psychological bricks and mortar. Time, space, reason, and intuition, the birth of space and time, the Gestalt Odyssey, 3 kinds of time and intuition, the frontal brain power, the lessons of lobotomy, the mind's manager, the power behind the throne, the brain's secret model for forecasting, the stream of thought, images in the buried past, the battle of the left and right brainists, the special feature of Kurt Lewin, the higher and the lower stream, the forecasting brain, the brain stream in forecasting, shapers of the stream, the higher and lower brain, how personal differences shape the stream, mind beyond brain, with a question of a higher shaper. Man, they got a lot of stuff from this one. The puzzle of precognition, first experiments beyond card tricks, the hard science impact, the ultimate heresies of Puthoff and Targ. Okay. Guesswork of physics, guesswork of psychology, the voyages of Carl Jung into the labyrinth of synchronicity. Oh, that's hard to read. The problems of information transmission, contact between worlds, circled, and free will versus determinism. The end of the rainbow. Okay. Master Guide to Psychism. Participation is the key to psychic demonstration. Was he just, like, trying to give people psychic powers by making children walk through a spooky labyrinth? Card reading, materialization seances, the reality of human auras, protection through the aura, indications of death by aura, life, death, and consciousness, out-of-body experiences, a light beyond the half-open door, a strangely terrestrial paradise, and the ultimate destination, death and consciousness, a conception of surviving in another world, visions of dying, l'homme paranormal, I don't speak French, matérialisation et dématérialisation, passage à travers la matière, dematerialization, do something. Get this French off my screen. Perception extrasensorielle avec objet relais. Le chirurgien de la somnu plusieurs. Horrible. Man, I hope no French person ever watches this. Forbidden knowledge. Hidden forces. Things unseen. Faith and fantasy. I want more information than just... Anyway, he highlighted this chapter title. Nothing else. Exploring the paranormal. To be or not to be human. Lysergic acid and the transpersonal experience. Paranormal phenomena and the near-death experience. I don't know that one. Okay, but... Oh, I accidentally clicked on that. It's so hard to navigate, I'm sorry. Exploring inner and outer space. To the higher power who guides us all from our inner and outer space, and to all of us who are growing in awareness of our immortality and our multidimensional being. The quest for reality, the inner-outer space connection, consciousness, communication, and the new biology. These two. ESP. Short, sweet, and to the point. When men and women lose the sense of mystery, life will prove to be a grey and dreary business, only with difficulty to be endured. Harold T. Wilkins, author of Strange Mysteries of Time and Space. Mystery of ESP, Science and ESP do opposites attract. Tricks of the unconscious, out of body or out of mind. Psychokinesis, may the force be with you. Yeah, pictures of cards. We got a brain man. We got another brain man. We have a brain woman this time. I don't know what's happening here. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. OBE physiology, state of the body's functioning. Why is there just put a picture of an infant there, I guess. The search for psychic power. Mass broadcasting experiment. Card guessing experiments. Analysis of the experimental conditions. Okay. Darkness walks, the shadow people among us. Yeah! Shadow people mentioned. You have the mystery of shadow people, the science of shadow people, the metaphysics of shadow people. Benign shadows, negative shadows, red-eyed shadows. Angry hooded shadows, shadows that attack. When children see shadows, cats and other shadow animals. The Hatman! They put my man the Hatman. Unless I practiced French, that was an attack. Listen, I don't do French, okay? My brain's not built for it. There's too many letters in there, and none of them are pronounced. Ouija boards and other invitations to shadows, other explanations. Casey's cry for help. Getting rid of shadows. I sure hope you guys never do that to me, right? You would never get rid of me. I'm everybody's favorite shadow. ESP, the new technology. This is all real. Remote viewing, stranger than you can imagine. Okay. Exploring the fourth dimension. If I'm in here, who's that out there? Climbing up the golden stairs. Okay. The sacred and the psychic. Cats and other shadow animals imply cats are an invasive species to Earth. Yeah, well, you guys didn't know that. They're originally from the shadow dimension. They just came over. And they just leaked over. You have demonic possession and the collective unconscious. Life beyond. The super ESP theory. Even better than regular ESP. Explaining the unexplained. Big hand. Unexplainable big hand. Altered States 1, Dream ESP, and the Gansfeld, and Mind Forces. In Search of the Light. Young children as psychic subjects. Hope for the Gansfeld. I don't know. Just a chapter in your book called, I don't know. Anomalous experiences. The role of altered states of consciousness in extrasensory experiences. Will we ever know whether extrasensory perception exists? Anomalous experiences during deep hypnosis. Observing the impossible. Eyewitness testimony for dark room seances. Wonderful. I learned next to nothing from that. I'm sure, I think there's gotta be like a puzzle in here at some point. Just from the way the whole game is. So I assume some of the highlighted stuff will be important eventually. But I'm not gonna remember all that. So I guess I'll just have to come back. Drawings. Drawings realized by the contestants after each show. The kids' drawing effect seemed to last more or less 24 hours. Reproduction of the notes in French. No! Why is this man French? Get the French out of my game! I think this game was originally written in French because there was a French version and an English version on the download page. So I guess I'm gonna have to suffer through more French. Okay. Duncan, 15. Opposition Vert Rouge, Thesora. Can you translate it into English for me, please? For my poor stupid brain. Sanki Sortepui, Fragments de Viande. Really enjoy these types of analog horror Y2K aesthetic games. They're fun. They're weird. I like a weird spooky thing. I don't like actual scary stuff because often I will get chased by a monster and have a heart attack in real life. But just looking through somebody's old spooky computer is nice. With Emily, 16. Me monstre pas à nous. That doesn't even look like a word. Is that a real French word? QQCH. Okay. Oscar, 14. No comment. It's just a mountain with an X on it, I guess. Isaac, 16. Peur du visage sur le mur. Me monstre inconnu. Q as EE. Entité rouge. That means red entity. Okay. Elliot, 14. No comment. Jolene, 16. Ombre entité. Shadow person. Le Portel. Christine, 15. Connexion. Test Protocol 12. I'm so bad at remembering which one was which if there's no picture in here. Why they just make it an empty image, like, shape? Steve with 2 E's. Okay. Creature Jean. Coron Ra. So it has a crown on it, apparently. Red entity. I don't know what beyond means. Alex, 14. Evelyn 13. People des Ombres. Guess that's probably shadow people. Blessures. Tête en feu. Alistair 15. Silhouettes allongées. Lucieuse. Leviathan. Sister Protocol 3. Okay. Helen 14. Chateau Dimension 7. Sad Son. William 16. That's the helmet. I don't speak French, I'm sorry. Hieronymus. Imagine naming your 15-year-old British child Hieronymus. QQCH is a slur? I hope not. Araignée. Rituel. Jour. That's the guy in the hat again, or the helmet. It doesn't like that one. That's a jester. Okay. Doesn't like this one either. Great. So that's that done. Network, I think, is next. Studios? No studios. Filming crew. No filming crew. History. Okay, history set my computer on fire. Wonderful. Anything? I think I just have to sit here and watch. Ah, the background changed. Spooky. Eh. Jump scare me. Do it. Do it, I dare you. No. Weak. Authors? No. Creative teams? No. Programs? Well, at least there were images. How about missing footage? Wonderful. Set hell, probably. Bonus. David Rowe art. Yay. Pictures. Thanks, David Rowe, for the pictures. It's a snake. We have meat as well. Icky, gross. There's like a little skull and a chest. We have a dragon. And that's it. Okay. Video games. Maze Masters. Warning! There is a wall monster here. A guard without mercy. I can't press any of the buttons on the keyboard. Here is my first. The Titanic sailed from Southampton. True or false? I don't know. I'm not well versed in the Titanic. Ha! Prepare for your downfall. The guard is the Dungeon Master's name. True or false? I don't remember. Warning, there is one monster here. A guard without mercy. Take rock. Go to the symbol, which is the odd one out. Press fire when ready. Dungeon passage. You can go this time, but next time I will be less patient. Okay. Great. Can't even interact with the game. I just have to scroll through screenshots. Seems so. Okay. Okay, there's no text in this one. We have Big Man with Club. We have Scary Trees. We have Floating Skulls. They love their floating skulls. Define team, load game, and start game. We have Wallman. We have the Devil from the Bible. Okay. Gods of the Labyrinth. Great. Yes. Ooh. Hello? Jump scare me? Hello. Come on. They turned the sound off completely. There's gotta be something spooky. You gotta do something. Be scary at me. Okay. Bye, I guess. Board games. Can't touch anything, as usual. Doesn't like this picture. Great. I know so much about that board game now. Merchandise! Yay, merch! 1989 from something. I can't read that. 1991. Oh, it's promotional t-shirt, I think. 1991 promotional t-shirt. Portraits of Assassins, cover art by David Rowe. Based on the thrilling TV series. The Forbidden Gate. Lord Fear's Domain. Hey, that's the Dracula cape from one of the movies. Cover photograph Network 7. Another skull, but this one has legs. Can you beat the challenge? The Labyrinths of Fear. Bad Dreams. Well, that's just already an existing painting. The Maze Monster, cover art by Salvatore Rosa. The Mad Pope, cover art Francis Bacon. The Cruel God, cover art William Blake. I don't think that cover art is by William Blake. The Brain Eaters, cover art Francisco de Goya. The Demon Flute, cover art Zadislaw Bakinski. I don't know how to say his name. I hope that was good enough. I've heard of that guy. Death Machine, the Death Machine, cover art Hans Rudi Geiger. Oh, H.R. Geiger. I forgot that he had real names. I thought his first name was just H.R. The Talking Head, cover art Pierre Paul Rubens. The Road of Death, cover art Claude Verlinde. The Dark Sabbath, cover art Francisco de Goya. They did a lot of these. The Spider Room, cover art Odilon Redon. What's the premise of this? Exploring some kind of library on the net. The premise is it's a CD-ROM that someone made about like, an old puzzle game type of TV show that apparently had evil incidents happen on it, and they're trying to uncover the mystery. So far, it's just been a whole lot of it hiding the mystery from me. Because you'll click on some things, they'll just glitch out and you won't be able to look at them. I'm assuming there's going to be like a puzzle at some point and it'll unlock stuff. But who knows? The Deathmaster, cover art Francisco Guaita. Lake of Despair, cover art John A. Grimshaw. The Dark Assassins, cover art Le Caravage. Another that skull has tiny little eyes. Cover art Hans Memling, The Dreaming Skull. Night of the Demons, Matthias Grunwald. Visions of Madness, Jules von Friesbeek. The Evil Monk, Lila Orsi. The Devil's Fish, cover art Geronimus Bosch. Geronimus Bosch? Are we implying that Mr. J is like stolen the life of Hieronymus Bosch? Or did Hieronymus have a brother I wasn't aware? No, that's definitely Hieronymus Bosch. Didn't they name one of the children Hieronymus? It's all connected. Paintings of Blood, cover art Titian. The Everlasting Night, cover art Caspar D. Friedrich. There's a whole lot of these. Jeez. The Snow Kingdom, cover art Caspar D. Friedrich. Sad Jester! I've seen that image before. People on the internet think that's a very funny image. The something smile. The Jester Conspiracy. We're getting lots of jesters. The Jester is watching. The Devil Drink. The Red Prophecy. The Jester Enigma. A whole lot of jester content. They got really into jesters. I don't even know what that is. Wait. Corrupted text. Everybody's favorite. Alright, that's it. That's all the corrupted text we get. That was merchandising, I guess. Fan art. They hate fan art. These guys hate fan art. No fan art allowed. Get censored. Credits. Text and research, Alan Q. Smithy for -1 Publishing. Original soundtrack and sound design, Cloud Factories. CD-ROM concept and design, Vision 2000. Translation, Litzen. like to thank all the former employees from Network 7 and Third Eye Pictures who have accepted to testify. Personal acknowledgements AGB, LGB, EGB, PLG, SJD, FD. And everybody get -1. -1 Publishing Visa BMU 347 1999. To contact us, please click here. Any other things I can click on? What does click here do? Ah, okay. We have a head. Scary. What's this? It doesn't like that. Okay. How about this? No. Let me see! Let me in! Come on! Don't ding 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 at me. I want to see. Let me see. So mean to me. Ah. Hey. I didn't get to click on the last one. No, what if the last one did something too? Okay. Can't click on that one. I can click on all these. Does that mean something? What's this? I'm just trying to, I want to see if that, like, means anything. They're all 5s. I don't know. I'll just try to click on all of them in order. Okay. So it seems like there's some order that you have to click on them in. There's an eye and a red dot. What is that? That's gotta be some sort of, like, optical illusion situation. Maybe I have to click on these as, like, the dots that they've put there. Is it time for my trusty piece of paper again? Let's see. Where'd I put my pen? I always lose my pen. I always have my trusty piece of paper literally right next to me and then I can never find a pen. Found a pen. I got it. Let's see. Get it. Move some stuff out of the way. Okay. Excuse me while I write. Okay, I just marked down, like, X's and O's to show where the circled 5s are. I have a notebook, or is it literally... It's literally just a piece of paper. It's just a piece of paper that, like... I don't even know what was originally written on it. It's folded up. What was written on this? I think I just pulled this out of, like, my printer. Because, on the other side, it has stuff from when I was trying to play Signal Simulator, and then on the side that I just started writing on was when I was trying to figure out a puzzle in Control. So this is just my puzzle paper. Okay, let's see. No. Okay, let me... I know that this one actually leads to something. It's an eye and a red dot. I'm gonna Google that, because I feel like I remember that being some sort of optical illusion thing. Eye and red dot illusion? Maybe? I don't know. None of them are showing the particular image that was there. It's on the first page of Google Images. I feel like I've seen that picture before. Neuroscience for kids? Let's look at neuroscience for kids. Sorry you can't see this, but I don't want to record my screen. Let me see. Images to find your blind spot. They have a gray background and a red dot on one of these pictures. Let me read it. Let me read it out loud to you. Here are some images that will help you find your blind spot. For this image, close your right eye. With your left eye, look at the red circle. Slowly move your head closer to the image. At a certain distance, a blue line will not look broken. Okay, so that's a different picture. What is... no! Those are demonstrative images of what you're supposed to do with the other image that they have that has a blue line on it. Curses! Okay, let's see. Let's... What about these? Would anything connect to that? Anything at all? This has a line on it. No! Curses! I might just have to click on every single one and like brute force it until I have a general idea of what I'm even doing. Dot is over here. There's an eye like in this vicinity. Another one with an eye on it. Dang. Phew! Oh no. Not sneezing. I'm allergic. I'm allergic to puzzles. Thank you for my blessings. God, yesterday was my internet cutting out. Today it's me sneezing and having an itchy nose. I'm so sorry. We can never just have a nice stream. How about you? No. No, how can this happen to me? What am I supposed to do about the red dot? Well, brute force it is. Okay. I don't even remember which one I clicked. Well. Big brain. No! Okay. So it's this one here. So we got ping pong balls on eyes. I think this one was this one? Okay. Ping pong ball on eyes, and then like lady in space. I'm just writing that down. Okay. What do we have here? Are any of these like locked like that other one was? Does not seem so. Okay. How about we pick one of the kids' drawings? Yay! Okay. Kid draw. Good. Wonderful. Man, oh, there's so many of these. Are these like, do you have to, I don't know, pick an image that has appeared in the CD-ROM previously? Because I don't remember which ones showed up. But I do know that, ping pong ball eyes and kids drawing were there. Let's see. Do I remember any of you? I vaguely remember you. No! Dang. Okay. That has, like, dots up there, but it's not the one that I need to click, so what's up with that? There's like a tic-tac-toe board. Up here, the dot. And then down here, the dot. And then over here, the dot. Okay, no. I think maybe we have to pick something like opposite the dot. I might have to just go through it methodically. Hopefully the gesture doesn't get me before I finish it. Okay. Just go through them one by one. Riveting gameplay. No. Whatever clues they're trying to give me, I'm not getting them. Is there something that looks tic-tac-toe-y? Not particularly. Oh, hey. Okay, I just drew vaguely the shape that was on there because I don't know how to describe that. It has lines on it. That one also looks like one of the kids' drawings. No! Hey, at least we got a little bit further. That one. Then this one. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Blood shower? No! I'm getting upset. I'm getting a little mad. Should I be writing like the shapes that are appearing on the gray screens as well? This one. No! Does it really have to play the noise every time? Let me try and also get down the little images that show up. Okay, we have eye, then sort of shapes on my pen. This is a very poorly filled pen. There's not a lot of ink in here. Then we have tic-tac-toe board. And we have this sort of just a dot with a chunk taken out of the bottom. I'm trying anything. I'm just trying to Pavlov me into what? Into what? Just turning off the game, yelling and screaming, having a mental breakdown. Which image are my psychic powers guiding me to? Weird mouth. No! If that worked, I would have been very proud of myself. My psychic powers. Just trying to think the one that was the dot was over. I really should just be going through these just one by one because I'm gonna forget which ones I've clicked already. And start getting lost. Okay. No hands with dove. Gotta lock in, I'm sorry. Oh, that was, I wasn't even on the one that I needed to be on. I started too fast to look for new ones. Okay. Bones? No bones. Okay, don't misclick, Eilis, don't do it. Don't waste your time. Okay, no. Man. This better be good. I don't really know how there must be something that's supposed to, like, indicate to me how I'm supposed to do it, but... Man. Okay, let's read this page some more. Consonant sign translation. A, G, B, I, G, B, E, G, B, P, L, G, S, J, D, F, D. Are any of... I don't know what those like battleship coordinates? Probably not. I don't want to go back because I'm gonna get lost. Okay, it's fine. Here on my channel, we love brute force. We love randomly clicking buttons until something good happens. Scary eye, no. Tree, no. Please. Please, soon. Please, I need it. No. My gut says the mouth. Which one? The one on the bottom? I think I might have already clicked that one, but I don't know. Oh wait, no. Is there a different mouth? I already clicked on this weird mouth. Is there another mouth somewhere? We have the back rooms. And an eyeball. Never mind. Sorry. The brute forcing is the only true strategy. I already clicked on the owl. That one? No. Okay. Horrible, horrible, horrible. What are those images even supposed to be? My life is so hard. Man. I have no idea what's going on with the dots. Because it looks like one of those optical illusion things. But I can't remember exactly which one, and it's not like the thing that the dot is over is like the next one that you have to press. So it's just sort of there. It's just sort of extra information that does nothing for me. Okay, the back rooms doesn't work. We have whatever that is. Okay. Sucks. No. Okay, I'm going back to the original menu. There's gotta be something. There's gotta be something, right? Right? There's gotta be some kind of information somewhere. What's that? That doesn't work. There's... here. We're delighted your team has been selected to blah, 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 blah. Okay, so that's just like the letter that they give to people to let them know their kid got in to the death game. Casting... your son daughters something should attend for audition at the above address. Please report to security who will direct you to the appropriate room. Try to minimize any delays for participants in the meantime, but it should be noted that teams may have to wait 15 to 20 minutes for the audition. Okay, so that doesn't look like it has any information about all this. Okay. Nothing. Okay, wait. So because this is one of the images that you have to click on, maybe as you're scrolling through stuff, there are pictures that show up for a second and you have to click on those at the end. That might be it. Okay, what was that? Okay, it's sort of like a black square with a dude's face in it, and then like squiggly lines, and then some other stuff on the bottom. Let's try to remember that one. No. Wait, did any show up while I wasn't paying attention? Okay, it doesn't seem so. The Dungeon Master. I don't know if that's the same thing when they wiggle at you. Okay, that was like a TV or something. TV in the corner of a room. That's a horrible picture that I just doodled on my little piece of paper. Just gotta keep our eyes out. Did I even read this? Actually, wait. Controversy. I guess. Does clicking on the thing at the end just unlock stuff like as you do it? I don't Did I click on these? I feel like I don't remember these at all. During the game, children seemed delighted and it positively affected the show. Great. The audience ratings were among the best of the channel, and the show even won several prizes, thanks notably to the wonderful work of the writers' crew and of the artists in charge of the show's artistic direction. Okay. As for the different experimental protocols, they were always so subtle and so well designed that there was never any suspicion, and they never disturbed the kids in the short and medium term. What about the long one? At the end of each adventure, the kids would receive a certificate on which was written a text supposed to cleanse the different parapsychic suggestions to which they had been exposed. Alright. Although we do not know the exact number of accidents which occurred, 2 of them have been certified. The first one involves prototype number 2. This version of the helmet made it possible to show the adventurer's mental health in real time. Thanks to captors connected to the pulse and to the back of the kid's eye, the software was supposed to display a face which would change color according to the stress level of the player. Alrighty. Also missing some of its skin. During one episode, the face suddenly turned into something gruesome. Skull. The skin peeling off on its own until there was nothing left but a sinister skull. Horrifying! You can't show that on TV. The kid wearing the helmet started to cry uncontrollably, and the episode had to be stopped in order to remove the device. The second incident is even more striking, and apparently it was not related to the helmet itself, since no particular device had been integrated during this episode. In the course of a discussion with the jester, the player suddenly had an important nosebleed. A very important nosebleed beneath the helmet. The so-called nosebleed episode turned out to be the starting point of the problems related to the jester. See the jester incident. Okay. The Bristol kids. The cases of the Bristol kids date back to the pilot episode, which was supposed to convince potential broadcasters to buy the show. The contestants were around 14 years old at the time of the shooting in 1986, and they must be around 30 today. We ignored the protocols the players were exposed to, and it took several years for disturbing points to be revealed. The 4 young winners pursued brilliant studies right after the show, although they initially had low to middle grades at school. They all developed particular skills in biology and maths, so much that they skipped several years and joined special curriculums. Okay, that was the same cast. The most disturbing element is that these young people did not know each other before the show, and they did not keep in touch in any particular way after the shooting. Eventually, in 1996, the 4 former contestants were invited all together by chance to the prize-giving ceremony of a mathematics award, and that is where they connected the dots. Alrighty. Proving the connection with the show would ultimately involve some speculation, but their participation in Maze Master's pilot episode is the only common point between these 4 gifted persons. No similar event has been reported with other contestants. So they did a great job doing fun things to the people's brains on their first try, and then they never managed it ever again. Wonderful. Okay. Characters. Let's see. Any other images want to show up for a second? Come on. You can do it. Nothing. Enemies. Sorry, I'm incredibly itchy today for some reason. Okay, great. Wait. Can't go back. Okay, I thought that there was like a new thing that showed up, but I don't think so. Let's see. Cast turnover. You got any images for me? Maybe not. Okay. I don't know how to do that. Let's I was gonna say let's go back and try and do the thing again, but I don't know. Actually, menu, more, bonus, credits. Okay. I'm thinking maybe only one image like shows up at a time or something. Oh wait, no, because I realized that happened because I saw one of the previous images. Is the thing that I was looking for here? No. Dang it. Well, let's pick one at random anyway. This one. Okay. So I'll try that again. We'll just go through all of them and see which ones have split-second images. Nothing here. Nothing there. I have to stare very intently as I flick through the pictures. Healing rooms. Not much there. Okay, back. Lethal rooms. I think that there's just a big cartoon of a bomb in the corner of the screen. Chat rooms. Nothing. Knight rooms. No. Random rooms. Only one of them. Colors. Green. And I can see if we've unlocked the yellow one somehow, because that one was glitchy before. No, it's still glitched. Dang. Okay. Red. This is gonna take a while. At least it's mildly better than brute forcing it, because at least I have kind of an idea of what I need to do. Okay. So, not that. Secret rooms. Dark rooms. Rooms does not work. Meat rooms. No. Our rooms. Hey, I remember that lady. That's one of the answer images. Am I wrong? Am I wrong about my hypothesis? I could be. I might just have to go right back to brute forcing it if my hypothesis doesn't work out. All monsters. Nothing. Creatures. Check to see if maybe I somehow unlocked any of these. No. Okay. Anomalies. There's a goblin. Well, and a meatball. Skulls. And blood. Hands. Another meatball. More meatballs. Big guy. I don't know what that is. Scary tentacle. Okay. Man. Objects. Anything fun here? No. My hypothesis. I was so excited about it. And now I don't think it's wise there's a skeleton there. Where did you come from? Okay. Key. I keep forgetting which images I've seen and being like, wait, was that new? And then I look at it for a couple seconds longer and it is the same one that I've already seen. Okay, stones. No. Glove. No. Flask. Nothing. Nah. Do something! It still doesn't like me clicking on symbol. Okay, I get it. Phone. Okay, miscellaneous. Nothing. Experiments. Helmet. No. Remote viewing. This looks like a prime spot for something to show up. Okay. That one showed like someone writing on a piece of paper. Me. Man, I wish I could write on my piece of paper. I need a better pen. Okay, there's also a pencil over here. I probably should have just picked up the pencil in the first place. Writing. Great. And I drew a little doodle next to it so I know what shape it is. There's more stuff that showed up as well, though. Oh, I didn't see the other one. There was something there that wasn't the writing one. Okay, it's after this. Okay, there's a little guy in a house. Like there's a little guy in a house. I think there might have even been 3. I don't know. Just in case. No, those just smudges. Okay. About hallucinogens. Nothing on hallucinogens. Brain camera. Nothing on brain camera. pictures. Okay, anything gonna show up here then? We've at least gotten some more stuff. Okay, we have black and white dude with like wiggly lines coming out of him. It looks like he's doing the dance from that one music video. The song that I can never remember the name of, but it's like, this is not my beautiful house, this is not my beautiful wife. Okay, any more? No. How about here? Anything at all for me? Any of it, please? New information? Probably not. No. Dang. Dang it. No, not there either. Okay, so that's all of them. TV production. Anything in the names of the shows? No. Okay. Good Eye Movies. Maybe the guys that showed up twice. We have man with rabies, man in chains, and man yelling with holes in his forehead. I don't know. Controversies. That one doesn't work. Okay. Theories. Universe theory. Multiverse. Service. Just click on all of them just in case. Okay, the top one. Oh wait, no. I was gonna say, oh, we already read that, but there might still be an image. Gotta check. Gotta remember I'm looking for images. Okay, no, there's not. Dang. Cult theory. Anything here at all? Okay, hands. Hands with yellow background. Hands. Yellow. BG. This looks like a like schizo paper. I think there was another one that showed up as well, along with hands with yellow background. Let's see. Man walking down tower stairs. Man down stairs. Man, I hope I remember any of this, any of what those pictures look like once I get there. Abrupt theory, mind control, shadow people. Any fun shadow people pictures for me? No. World, for children, nothing. Okay. Archives, reverse. Is there like one photograph in here that actually works? I have to just click through all of them in order to find it. Gotta go crazy in real life. I have to just sit here completely silently. Otherwise I'm not gonna, like, remember when things happen. I need all my brain power focused on spooky images. Man. You're so slow. Gotta click on all of these and it will have been for naught, won't it? These pictures are so crunchy. They look like they went through a meme deep fryer. Okay, and I know I clicked on like the first 3 or 4, so worthless. How about books? At least these ones are like short. There's like maybe 5 pages maximum. Okay. feel like I remember any of these having fast image show up. But I could be wrong. See that? Do I have to, like, also remember every image that's in the game just in general? Because, like, I'm not sure if there's a method to the madness of picking pictures at the end. Some of the pictures show up normally, and then other ones flicker in a spooky fashion. I don't know. Drawings. One of them didn't work. Yeah, this one didn't work. Is that... I don't think there's anything there that'll tell me anything about it. Network 7. No. History. Come on. Okay. That one. Now I have to sit here until that's done. I can't click the back button. Okay, well we just have to watch hell again, I guess. Everybody warm your hands by the fire. Pretend it's not summer. Come on. Get it over with. Come on. Let me out. Okay. There's games. Do I have to remember these pictures too? Like, can't tell. Well, let's hope I put those into my brain hard enough that I'll be able to remember them. Okay, those ones too. Like cubicles, guy standing in a mirror hallway, like some sort of big machinery chunk. I don't think there were any things that showed up there. Oh wait, credits and bonus. Credits are in bonus. Okay, let's see. Now, are any of these an image that I remember? Probably not. I'll probably just have to go right back to brute forcing it. The one image I desperately need. And I don't know what it is. I can't believe it. All that effort. Wasted. Okay. I already did mouth. How about spooky eyes? No. I'm getting this down. I know where all the pictures are. Okay, no. It's gonna be like the last one that I haven't clicked on. My very last possible choice. No, not that. I already clicked on that one. How about this? Dang. Okay. It's always in the last place you look, right? Okay, guy picking up big green thing. Why with green brick. It looks brickish. Well, at least I know that now. That one, this one, this one. A guy picking up green brick. What little image do you have next to your red dot? A moon. Okay, moon. Great. Oh, wait. Is it taking me back to the beginning when I do that? I need to, like, retest again, because I haven't been paying any attention. I was so focused on getting my last image. Guy with the green brick. Yeah, okay, it does take me back to the beginning. I was like, oh, I gotta write down the pattern. I was so focused on writing down the pattern that I didn't realize that I had the pattern. I thought they were just gonna make me keep going forever, I guess. Anything new in the menu then? Now that I've done all that? Any new information? Okay, nothing there. I did it. I solved the puzzle 3 times, in fact, and I wasn't paying enough attention to notice. Testing. Okay. I was just trying to see if that was any, I don't know, secret code, but it just looks like it was the text with boxes over it, so that's fine. So what were all those other ones for, then? I guess my hypothesis was fully incorrect. Absolutely worthless. Wasted time. Controversies. No, okay. Maybe we can go back to the Juster incident. I was already there. Okay, characters. The Juster incident. Billy. Come on, Mr. the Joker. Do something scary. You laughing in my ears isn't enough. Clicking on 5 a bunch just because 5 was circled a bunch of times on that one image that I couldn't click. Maybe the letters, or not the letters, the numbers on that image that were not 5s I would have to click. Let's see. Bonus, credits, here. Okay. I don't know, maybe? It's just odd because I can't click on it, so I feel like it must be important somehow. Let me flip over my piece of paper to a clean spot. 5, 2, 2, 5, 5, 1, 2, 1, 5, 4, 4, 6, 1, 5, 5, 5, 3, 4, 1, 2, 5, 5, 6, 6. Okay, let's see if that's anything at all. Back. Why is the back button over, like, here when usually it's down here? Okay, was it characters? The Juster incident? Let's see. 5, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 4, I don't feel like this is gonna do anything. 3, 4, and 1, 2, 6. 6. Okay, so it seems like nothing happened. Great. Wonderful. What could this be? Why is enemy spelled with 2 N's? That's not how you spell that. That's incorrect. I can't read that. That's so hard to read. I don't know if I'm supposed to, but I feel like I should try. Okay. I prepare my eyeballs. My eyeballs were not prepared. I have no idea what that might have said at all. Man. Show me the secrets, game. Do yellow rooms work now? No, they do not. So mean to me. If I click help while in like a glitch area, will something happen? No. Just treats it as the back button, I guess. Doesn't seem like any of these are gonna work either. What if I quit? Back. Quit. Anything? No. Can I go on my computer? Can I go on my recycle bin? Can I throw it in my recycle bin? Okay, I can't. Does the start button work? No. I can only look at this. Okay. So all the stuff that I might just be stupid. I feel like I unlocked that. I don't know if I actually did. If I just, like, either completely forgot about it or hallucinated them out of existence the first time I was looking. Which is entirely possible. I don't know what I could do. Nope. Doesn't let me ask for help. What if I just click for help on every page? Do I know this image text? Great, thanks for letting me know. Can't help there. Why doesn't help work on the other pages? They don't want to help me. But I'm having so much trouble. The only other thing I can think of for this is that, I don't know, I have to put things in order somehow. But I don't know if it's actually a sequence of events. Because it doesn't really look like it. Okay, there's 4 registers there. I can't even see what's happening in this one. I just wanted to click on this because I hadn't clicked on it before. Thought maybe something might happen. There's something I'm supposed to do with The images that show up with the red dot? I don't know. I don't know what's up with this. I love staring silently at my computer screen and struggling to understand. I don't think clicking on new ones will do anything. -1 publishing clouds, factories, -1 whatever else. I was just trying to see if there was any text there that might give me a hint, but it does not seem so. Let's see if maybe any highlighted stuff in here means anything. Because he highlighted the Roman numerals here, then like the title here, so it makes me think that something there is important since they were done differently. I don't know. I'll just write down like the chapter numbers that are highlighted, maybe. Okay. Unless there are like no more numbers that are highlighted, in which case, oh well. Doesn't seem like there will be any more numbers highlighted. So confused! There's not even that much shadow person information to console me. Yeah, so I don't think any more numbers are gonna be highlighted. Jeez. Those worked. I don't know why I went back to photographs. Help me. Help me, video game. Help me. Save me, video game. Back. I almost pressed the quit button, and then I would have had to sit there and listen to myself put in the CD-ROM again. I just smallened my game window a little bit by accident. I feel like this little cartoon meatball character. Okay. Nothing of note. Once more. Just clicking completely random stops just to see if something happens. Come on, game. Anything. I'll take anything you want to give me. Anything at all. Okay, did any of these show up as like secret images anywhere? I don't think so. Jeez. am I missing? Can't move that at all. Why did I just click on the same thing that I was just in again? I'm losing it. I'm going crazy. Trying to see if anything might like appear in the glitches. I don't think so. I feel like I've clicked every available button and none of them have done anything other than the stuff in the credits that may or may not have unlocked new information. Getting a little upset. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Is there anything here that appears to me in something? Outside my range of knowledge. It's okay, it's outside my range of knowledge too. Might be time for another one of my good old-fashioned look it up. A good old-fashioned look it up. I do so love looking it up. I'm not sure if this is like an incredibly well-documented game though. So there might just be nothing that I can do. It's playing spooky music. Yeah, so that spooky music only happens... Does it? Okay, no. I was gonna say that spooky music only happens when you're looking at the t-shirts. Maybe you have to stare at a t-shirt for a while. It just restarted for some reason when I got over here. All these gestures. The Jester conspiracy, the Jester is watching. The prophecy, the Jester enigma, the Jester enigma again. I don't know what that says. Totally not imagining you in the Jester. Oh god. Just put a stupid little jingly hat on me. It's me, the clown. I really don't know what else I could do. Let me just quickly Google Frontiers of the Mind. Just really... just bungle everything. One of the autocompletes was red dots. Tell me what the red dots mean. I feel like I know they're important, but I don't know what. One of the first things is information for a completely different game. Come on. Okay, so the little gray pictures mean something. The guy who made the game responded to somebody saying, "What do I do?" Once you find the 5 gray images in the credits, you have to find which page of the site they refer to based on the shape you see. And the red dot shows you where you have to click once you find the corresponding page. And then it leads you to extra stuff. So, does this game have a Steam forum? I didn't get it off Steam. I don't know if it has anything about anything on Steam because I don't really know how Steam forums work. It was on itch.io, and that's all the information I have. So, I was right to write down the little things, because apparently they do mean something. So I have to find pages that have something to do with those images. So we had an eye, and we had 4 sort of little lump shapes, then a tic-tac-toe, and a circle with like a little bit cut out of the bottom, and a moon. So I have no idea what all that could possibly be, but let's see. Is there anything with an eye on it? Or a tic-tac-toe, or a moon, or circles? At least I have something. I have some new information. Not sure how much it'll help me. But at least I can feel like something matters. Okay. Maybe this is the one. Okay, so I need to... I forget where the red dots were. So I'm gonna have to also go through and figure out where those go. Let's see, credits, here. Now, once more, into the piece of paper. So it was like 4, wait, no, I have it written down. 1, 2, 3, 4, it was 5. Okay, 5 of them. 2, I'm just drawing squares. 3, 4, 5. And I need to go to the image, try to figure out where the dot was. Okay, up here. So, sort of up in the corner-ish area. Then this one down here in the bottom corner-ish area. Then this one not quite in the corner. This one here. Another one that's kind of in the corner, bottom. And then Brickman. And that's slightly off center on the bottom. So, let's see. There's so much. I'm gonna also, because I flipped the paper over, draw the little images that I got next to my squares with dots in them. It's a whole lot of drawing on paper. Then tic-tac-toe. Then circle with a bit taken out. And moon. It was a horrible moon that I just drew, because I'm drawing with the paper on my lap. Okay. Get that pencil away from me, I don't need it anymore. Now, what could possibly be the things that I need? There's something about Cyclops is somewhere. It's in one of the spooky rooms, I think. Oh, no, like the color rooms. Color rooms, maybe. Gameplay of the green rooms is particularly distinctive. Dice. Okay. Dark place. Existential dread. Okay, no. Which one had eyes in it? Stomach. Too gory for young audiences. The other rooms doesn't work. Blue rooms. Cruel imps and a horrible giant with a distorted face. Okay, if he has managed to avoid them, they can stick on his own. No, nothing there that looks like anything. Lethal rooms. There's a monster in it, maybe? I fully do not remember. I was trying to like look at the images on the page just in case it means anything. I don't think so. Night rooms. No. There was something with a Cyclops in it. I remembered because it said that there was something that was the size of a Cyclops, which is a weird thing to say. Dark rooms. That one doesn't work. Meat rooms. Okay, bunch of meat mysteries. I know not in the Meat Mysteries. I don't think it was an horror room either. Because this is one of the images that I found. Clicking around here doesn't seem to do anything, so I guess it's not related to the images that you clicked on. Because all of the pages have an eye on them. Maybe this one? Because it's... the well had an eye in it. I don't think so either. No. Would it be in like the background of the page somewhere? Or how about third eye pictures? No? Third eye movies? That's not what I wanted. Get those practical effects in there. Evil eye? No, okay. That doesn't count either. There's too many eye-related things for me to figure out what the eye one is supposed to be. Network 7, does that have anything about eyes? No. Entities? Monsters pictures, maybe? I think so. Creatures has nothing that you can click on. Anomalies also has nothing. All monsters. Anything about an eye? No. Where did I see an eye? Ah. It's just really hard to try and figure out what these like random nonsense shapes would be related to at all. Because we have an eye with like a little angry eyebrow over it, and then just like, which seems like, yeah, that could mean something, and then the next one right after that is just like 4 blobs next to each other. What page could possibly represent 4 blobs next to each other? There's 4 children over here. Anything? Also, I think I just realized I was clicking the wrong space for the I one. Yay! You can't do this to me. Video game, please. Okay. Where was the well? It was in entities, anomalies. No, it wasn't. Where was it? Creatures. No, I can't do creatures. Well, monsters is nothing. Where was the well? Which one was the well? Secret rooms? Well rooms. Okay, up here? Up here is for the eye. Doesn't seem... I also don't know if like each image would count as a different page. It's almost worse now that I kind of know what I need to do, because now I have to rack my brain for the relationship between all these random images. I'm not very good at putting symbolism together. If you show me a picture of an eye, I'm gonna be like, oh, so it's a page with an eye on it? And then when I go looking for a page with an eye on it, that's every page. That's 99% of all the pages. Maybe just on all of them, click on every area. Just go on every page and click every area just in case. We're brute forcing it again, everybody. Everyone's favorite. I love brute force. At least they're all like around the corner, so if I just do this... If I just run my mouse around the corners of everything, I don't even have to click. I'm sure it'll show up with a little pointer finger. That's nothing. Anything in controversy? Anything at all? No? I really wish I was smart enough to do it the way that they intended, but I'm not, so we're doing it this way. Okay, nothing there. Nothing. Guess turnover. Also appears to be nothing. Okay. Man, I thought this would be like a short, easy game. Okay, how about any of these? Do these mean anything? These look like they would mean anything. Just gotta go around it once to be sure. That has 4 doors in it. I don't know. Maybe that's related to 4 blobs. Okay. Come on. Throw me a bone. Throw me a bone, game. Rooms. Doesn't appear that there's anything. I would absolutely never have figured out the solution to this puzzle on my own. Meatballs. No. I already did well, I think. Did I do it with this technique? Probably need to be more precise with my mouse movements because I'm probably missing the exact point that they want me to click on. Entities. No. Doesn't count on creatures either. Gotta get through all those then. Objects. Do any of these look like the things that I wrote down? I don't think so. Well, go around the corners anyway. So far, none of the pages appear to have had anything to click on. Dang. You would think that I would, run into one by accident at this point. I hate just sitting in silence. I feel so rude. Everybody's just like, you're all sitting in the room with me, and I'm just in the corner staring intently at my video game. I don't want to interact with any of you. Nobody talk to me, nobody look at me. I'm trying to solve a puzzle. I may begin screaming. Ignore it. If you see me start to cry, no you don't. Start cheering to give emotional support, thanks. Am I doing it wrong somehow? There's no other way that I can go about this. You can figure it out. There's not really any figuring happening, really. I had to look up what on earth the dots and everything meant. And even now, I can't actually figure out which ones I need to look at. Brute force is really not the same thing as figuring it out. It's sort of just banging my head against the wall until it works. Is that related to eyes at all? They are viewing things. Well, it doesn't seem like it. Someone trapped me in a basement that I can't leave until you finish this game. I'm so sorry. You're not getting out of that basement. Come on. Okay, I truly do feel as though I've been through every single page in this game. Maybe I do have to frantically click like it doesn't have the little pointer finger show up because it wants to keep them secret. I don't know if that's something that you can do. Can you tell the mouse to not turn into a little finger? Is that something that you can code in? Knowing my luck, it probably is. No controversies allowed. I don't know. Books has an eye on it. Up here. No. How about if I bring up ESP? No. I didn't want. No, stop! I don't want to click on that. Explaining the unexplained. Which was the one that had the woman with the ping pong balls on her eyes? I feel like one of the books had that. Actually, no. No, I don't think it did. I think that was some other page. Ah! Photographs. There's 4 things on this page. Does that mean that... No? Okay. Okay, menu. Just start at the start again. I'm really racking my brain. I'm sorry. I deeply apologize for my failures. I really don't know what this is. I feel like I know less than I knew when I was trying to big brain it. I should stop looking up obscure, like, ooh, look at this weird game. Because I always take like a million years to figure out what's going on, and then I have to just like look it up. I was like, after my 3 weeks worth of really long, like 5-hour streams, I was like, oh, I'll play a game that takes like 2 hours maybe, and now it's taking quite a bit longer. Well, we're only 30 minutes past 2 hours, but still, video game. More esoteric analog art. I don't think I can take it. I don't think I can take much more. Maybe just because the -1 logo has an eye in it, maybe I need to like close the thing and then open it up again and click like really fast while it's loading. Just because that's the only thing that I can imagine is eye related at this point. I've gotta wait to take the disc out and put it back in. Blow the dust off it. Okay. Frantically clicking. Okay, so I guess not. I don't know, did that happen last time I opened it up? I don't remember. It's been so long. Let's see if any new things appeared somehow. No. Can I look at the gesture? No, I can't. I don't know why I did that. Back. Oh, something that was like hidden from me. Creatures. That's also still glitched. Hallucinogens? No. Brain camera, no. Helmet, no. So it doesn't seem like anything else has been unlocked. Heck. So those also don't seem to work. I'm trying to look for how to do it on the internet again. Please. Please. Anybody on the itch.io comments, please let me know what to do. Oh no, a bunch of them are speaking French. No, get it off the screen. Okay, somebody put like actually just how to do it. Okay, so it does seem like literally every thing that you click on is a new page in the way that the game works. Because I just like glanced at the first one just to see like the vague general pattern of what I might have to do, and it said that you have to go to the bonus and then like no, not here, where was it, archives, and then books, and then you have to open up like one of these, I think. So literally each time that you click one of these, it's a different page. It counts itself as a different page, which means there are like 7 million pages in this game, and if I was gonna brute force it, I'd be sitting here for about probably 30 hours clicking frantically on every corner of every page. So I think they said it was on one of these, but I have no idea. I looked at it so fast that I didn't even remember. I didn't even remember what the actual solution was that they said to do. Let me actually look just so that I at least feel like I've gotten something. Row 2, column 3, page 6. Oh my god. Let's see. Let's see if it works or if somehow I prevented the game from... Oh my god, I keep getting lost in my windows. I'm so sorry. I forgot what they told me to do. Row 2, column 3, page 6. Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay, row 2, column 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nothing is happening. Did I misread that? Okay. So you do have to frantically click like everywhere because the thing doesn't show up. It doesn't turn it into a finger. Or if it did, it was so fast that I have no idea. I didn't see it do it at all. Well, okay, now I can look at all these. Thanks. Oh, I love looking at pictures quickly. I love static as well. Great. Wonderful. I won't look at the other solutions. I will try to find them on my own. But good lord. Those ones don't even work. Okay, we have a meatball. Okay, whatever that is. The purple. Not the purple. Okay. Thought it was gonna suck me into the TV for a second. Great. Back. Okay. So, okay, so you can't actually click on them here. It has to take you outside of the game in order for you to see them. So now we just need to figure out what on earth all the other symbols mean. So that one was archives, books, then ESP, and then this one. I don't know how that relates at all to the picture of the eye. So, might not be possible for my horrible little brain to figure out, but apparently that's the solution. I mean, just like... Yeah, so they made it so that your cursor does not turn into a little finger. Oh! Oh, I think I get it. Wait. That eye? The guy's eye? I think is the same picture as the eye from the credits section. So you have to look for this, like, the highly specific shape that it was. So everybody remember that eye. Put that eye into your memory. I'm gonna go back, bonus, credits, here. That's the eye. So I have to also, I think the eye was also in the same place as, like, his face was over here generally. I think that eye was the same place as it was in the picture. The red dot is where you have to click on the screen once you get to the image you're looking for. So now I need to whip out the paper again, the paper and pencil once more. And I have to, this one was like 4 little circle shapes, but now I have to figure out where on the screen the 4 little circle shapes go. Okay, they're kind of like the top, the middle-ish. And this one is kind of over here. I'm just like scribbling in the general vicinity of where I need to be looking because this is my schizo paper is not highly detailed. Okay, this one, it's sort of here-ish. Then the last one was this guy, and then there's a moon, sort of a little bit in the middle area, but not quite. Okay, well, see, now I have all the pieces. Still gonna take a billion years, though. Jeez. That's so much. That's so many things I need to remember. Now I just need to look for wherever those shapes might be. Everybody keep your eye out for the shapes. That's not the right shapes. Okay. I think this is a game that you sort of have to play in utter silence so that all your brain power can go into all this nonsense. Okay, so there. I think they might have. I read the comment that they left for like 8 seconds so that I wouldn't cheat too hard. I think they said that most of it was in the bonus areas though, like here. So let's see. Let's see if I can look around the bonus areas. I'm just trying to see if maybe that was like the circle with a bit taken out of it, but since it shows up on every page, I'm not so certain of that. I could try to click over here just to make sure. Okay, I don't think so. Everybody keep your eyes peeled for shapes. Brain power, brain power, brain power. I don't think there's anything there. How about the dream clinic? Since every image is its own page, I think it would probably be in the images and not like on the outside areas too much. I only really need to be looking at the parts that change. I don't think that's anything. This one has a moon on it. Is that moon in the right place? I don't think it is. I might click around just in case. There's a moon there. That's something at least. Just frantically look for a pixel. Not. Give me a shape. Give me a shape. I need a shape so desperately. Please, I'm begging of you a shape. I periodically look down at my paper to remind myself what shapes I need to find. At least like the moon one will probably be reasonably easy to find because it's actually a recognizable shape and not just a blob like some of the other ones. I think you can like generally guess what will be where by like looking at a certain part of the screen that the shape was on, since the guy's eye showed up in a specific spot. There's a moon here. I think that might be the place. So that was like down over here. I found it. It does turn into a little finger. I guess last time I was just clicking so frantically that I didn't find the little finger. There he is. I did it! All on my own, with no help. I forget the help. Forget the help that I got. That wasn't real. It didn't happen. You're crazy. You're going crazy, you guys. I've been sitting here in silence for 30 minutes deciphering it in my own brain. Okay, what's here? What is it? Oh, I can click on that. No! Curses! I gotta go back. Guys. Not there. I clicked on the wrong thing. Jesus. Please. Cut me some slack. frog ears. No, there it is. Okay, here. Okay. Ah! Gods of the Labyrinth. Eh. The pixels. Og. Oog. Eeg. Ag. Can I click on anything on this page? Can I WASD it? I can't. Can I press? Gotta run my mouse over every single pixel just in case. I don't think it works. I like how I said that and then immediately jolted down to try and look at something that was more interesting. So I can click on these. Oh no, I died. Game over. No. Okay. To the side then. Yes? Did I like accidentally do it right on my second try? Ooh. Pretty. Shiny. I found it. I found the pier. The short pier that I can take a long walk off of. Slow zooming out. This is it, the frontier of the mind. It's time to manifest destiny the mind. Enough to make a grown dino cry. Truly an amazing sight. Did my computer explode, perhaps? Nowhere is safe from imperialism. I'm taking your mind land. It's mine, and I'm gonna build a little farm on it. You have no choice. I'm gonna little house on the prairie your brain. I think we exploded that computer. It's growing tobacco on the frontiers in the mind. Jeez. Oh look, it's a guy in a stupid little helmet. -1, 1999. Great. Nope. gotta put him. They popped out. Whoopsie. I accidentally hit the eject button with it, but okay. So you can find that again then, because I think there's more stuff to click on. So play CD-ROM. Yes, I understand. More archives. Not archives. It was 3D pictures. X. Origins and precepts. The prog years. This one. Okay. I just want to see if any of the other ones did anything. But it's just specifically that one, I think. Okay. Well, we have returned. I just wanted to make sure that none of the other computers did anything interesting. So, next we have, well, not necessarily next, but we have 4 little blobs in this general area, and tic-tac-toe in this general area, and then 1 little blob in this general area. Everybody, keep your bananas peeled. Scroll through everything that we have. I doubt there'll be a second one in the pro year, so I just wanted to check just in case. Because one of the shapes kind of shows up in the general vicinity of the pictures here. It's probably not it, but you know. It's circular. I don't think so. Okay, where can I find some tic-tac-toe? So this one might be a tic-tac-toe possibility. I don't think it will, but just because the picture's in the right place. Okay, no. It's not. Reduction. Was there anything that showed up in the middle? All of them show up kind of in the middle, but I'm not sure about this exact middle. I think the tic-tac-toe one was over here, and the circle one was more over here. So probably none of these. I'll go through them again just in case. Evil eye. No. Hey. At least we've made some amount of progress. At least I have this. Thank you, user on Itch.io. I owe you my life. Okay. Just look at some horrible gore again. Okay, so none of these. Controversies doesn't work. I forgot they don't want me to know about their controversies. Then we have theories. Sounds like something that would pop up in Red Letter Media or Mystery Science Theater. Just because it's like weird and old. I actually haven't really watched much of either of those. I'm like generally aware of both of them through osmosis, but I haven't interacted with them in any significant manner myself. I forget which one of these work. I think just Tulpa and Call Theory. Let's see. There might be a tic-tac-toe here. No. Are there dots anywhere? It's probably not the dots back. I do have a general awareness of many things. I like to take in information and then never use it for anything. Okay. Shadow people? Where's it? Tic-tac-toe. Show me a tic-tac-toe. I'm not sure if that counts. Where's my tic-tac-toe? Just don't remember which one of these actually work. Alright, clicked on that one. Hallucinations, no. Okay. No. I don't think any of these work, but is there a shape in the right spot? I don't think we have our dots here or here either, so probably not. Missing footage. I don't know, just because that goes by so fast, I don't think so. David Rowe art. Might there be a tic-tac-toe? I'm so focused on the tic-tac-toe right now. Please. My shape. Okay, no. Video games. That looked like he was in the right spot to have the 4 dots, but I don't think so. You plan on doing any DLC for Control? Yes. Most definitely, because I have the Ultimate Edition, which comes with all the DLC, to my knowledge. So I was going to, at some point, just after taking a bit of a break, because I don't want to play the same game for like 6 weeks straight, I was going to go back and like wander around and explore and find secrets and do additional activities. Okay, anything else? Anything here? Wait, so please, I'm begging you. I'm on my hands and knees. Nothing. Was this the one that I just clicked on? Was Gods of the Labyrinth? Eek, the stutter. It's so scary. Ah, not the door. Anything but the door. Board game. We have a tic-tac-toe in the board game. Tic-tac-toe is a type of board game if you stretch your definitions a bit. I don't think so. The Kings of Joe from Family Guy. Sorry, I have even less than approximate knowledge of Family Guy. I know the death pose. That's all I've got. I do think it's funny when I accidentally like do a well-known character voice without like meaning to. I've done that before. Or one time I was like joking around with my dad when I was like 11 and I accidentally did a perfect Marge from The Simpsons and I've never been able to do it again. I didn't even mean to. It just kind of happened to me. Marge like possessed me for a second. Where can I find a tic-tac-toe? If I do not find a tic-tac-toe, I may begin to sob and cry. There he is. There's Sad Jester. I'm thinking now. Is tic-tac-toe one of the shapes on the like, the psychic power cards? Is that one of the things? I might have to go to a page where they're talking about the psychic power cards. The test. Well, I think I've been through all of these, so either that person was lying when they said most of them were in the bonus section, or I'm just really bad at seeing things. Probably the second one is true. So on this I'd be looking for dots. Are there dots? I don't think there's dots. Just because I already looked through this, and I don't remember there being dots. No. Okay. Players, casting. Would this have the tic-tac-toe somewhere? I don't know, there's lines, but I don't know if that... I don't think that would count just because the eye one was so specific, and the moon one was also pretty specific. But, just to test. I don't think so. Okay. No, not a tic-tac-toe in sight on the psychic energy cards. Okay. Well, I tried. This one also looks like a candidate for tic-tac-toe. I really got tic-tac-toe on the brain. I'm sorry. I watched Bettel reveal his outfit earlier, and they played tic-tac-toe on his forehead. Okay, jeez. Where is it? Show it to me, please. Controversies. This one we could be looking for tic-tac-toe or dots, maybe, if they're like right here, but I'm not sure. Playing scary noises in my ear. It sounds like somebody's trying to get into my room. Video game. You're not supposed to do that. I don't know why I like this picture so much. I feel like that's a good reaction image. Screenshot that. Save it to your memes folder. Okay. No. Bristol kids. This is so much for my brain. Why so he's reaching down the other kid's pants? I just really, that's a bit of an odd image. Okay. Anyway. characters, allies, any tic-tac-toe and or dots. That's a star. Different shape. Okay. And there are so many pages in this. Okay. Bye. Test turnover might have the 4 dots in it somewhere. I guess not. No tic-tac-toe or dot shapes here, I don't think. Let me just... No, I don't think that this is one, but there's like something kind of round in an area, so I'm thinking of just in case. Like, have these like memories of some 80s dark fantasy production, something that could have existed? I think the actual images are like edits from an old British TV show. I feel like I remember seeing that somewhere in the like 2 seconds of reading I did about the game before I downloaded it. There was some sort of like British puzzle show for kids, and they just like took a bunch of screenshots and like edited them and blurred out the people's faces to be all creepy. Okay, nothing there. Nothing there either. They most definitely just like got a bunch of other drawings and like low poly models and stuff and like photoshopped the people into them, because I really doubt that all of this stuff would have been on TV in the 80s. I feel like that's like excessive production. But who knows? I feel like I don't really know where else to check. I feel like the shapes should be like more obvious, but I don't know if some of them are just like a cluster of pixels that is a slightly different color than the rest of the pixels around it. I don't know if they're gonna make the rest of them obvious or if they'll be like easy to overlook. Is this a solo dev project? I believe it was. I think there was only one guy. At least there's only one guy like responding to the itch page comments. Where else could I find a shape? Get me out of here. Creatures. The person did say most of it was in the bonus area, but I can't really think of anywhere in the bonus area that I didn't click on. Maybe this is like the... because there's dots over here. Maybe this is the dot, the singular dot one. Just gotta move around very slowly until something happens. I don't think so. Dang. Cursors. I'm just like desperately looking for a tic-tac-toe shape just because it's like the most obvious looking one because it's like big and geometric. I don't think they would put 2 in the prog years. Hmm. Anything with like gray dots anywhere, I'm gonna wiggle my mouse around. They keep like tricking me by putting gray dots on stuff. And these ones don't work for it because the picture, the part that changes, is in the middle of the screen and on the... Oh, I don't know why I keep coming back here. Get me out. Get me out of this place. Controversies isn't a page I can go to. Yeah, there's nothing there. I already clicked on this one. I don't know what I'm looking for. I just keep going back to places that I've already been because I'm like, I must be missing something, right? Like any blobs here? I don't think so. Maybe somewhere on the credits page. Like, within the pictures that you have to click. But I don't know, because it looks like that the pictures take up, like, a good amount of space, and the dots, I think, generally showed up on top of where the pictures were, so maybe not. But I feel like it's the only other thing that I can think to do. Anything look like shapes in here? No, that was... I wasn't paying attention, I accidentally clicked. Okay. So... I'm gonna try and draw, like, a more exact shape of that second one. I'm gonna have to go back to try and remember it. The worst part is that they disappear so fast that I don't think I'd be able to, like, take a screenshot in time. Okay. They're, like, sort of pointy-ish. Oh, I guess try to remember that. Okay. Trying to just get, like, more exact drawings of what they look like. It's like a perfect circle, but there's just like a little flat bit on the bottom. The shape that I drew looked more like a gumdrop. Okay, now let's get out of here. Doesn't look like there's anything quite the right shapes there. Merchandising. I don't think we have anything in the right spots here. I don't know, man. This is so... This is upsetting. I feel as though I am so close and yet so far. And the fact that I can't pay attention to doing one thing in order for longer than 30 seconds is really really making it harder for me. Because I keep trying to do things methodically and then I'm like, oh, what if I did something completely different for 3 seconds actually? What if I just ignored trying to make sense and just willy-nilly clicked a bunch of stuff at random? What if I got lost? I love getting lost. It's my favorite. I think I've already been to everywhere in the more section. Ah! I hate that they moved the back button in the more section for some reason. Because I keep going down to the bottom instinctively to like start clicking, and then it takes me back to the opening up screen, and then I have to sit here for 10 seconds. I'm impatient! Let me in! Okay, no, nothing there. Oh, this one has windows in it. Maybe that's vaguely related to the tic-tac-toe shape. I'm really just going crazy here. I'm just doing whatever. Okay, I guess not. I don't think that means anything. I just needed to study it a few times. No. It's like really only incredibly tangentially related to tic-tac-toe shape, but it has straight lines in it, so I'm going to click. I can't believe I need to find 3 more. I don't think I can do this. I feel like I've been through every page 10 times. I'm running out of ideas. Maybe I need to look through more books in the book section. Maybe that's it. Just because there are so many images in the book section, I feel like they have to have put an extra one in there, right? Right? It's gotta be something. I'm not even sure if they're in the right place. The tic-tac-toe thing might even just be over here. Everything else looks like it's not in the right spot. I think the only thing I can look for is like this circle, maybe here. My drawings are not incredibly exact. I already looked through the ESP book, but maybe they put a second one in there. Just to mess with me. I guess not. So many of these have like 2 pages. to indicate to you that they're not important. Okay, so yeah, nothing in the book section. Maybe drawings. Did some kid draw a tic-tac-toe? Because this one is lines everywhere. I don't think so, though. Dang. What could it be? I don't like that these ones have to sit there until they leave of their own volition. I hate waiting. Just had a shape that seemed vaguely circular in the corner of it, and I was just hoping. So what are we looking at? Horribly corrupted images. They put them through the meme deep fryer. It's like hidden evidence of some pictures of the frontiers of the mind. I don't know, it looks like it's from like production photos, but they eviled them and put them in the meat dimension, yeah. I may just have to look at the person that said where all of them were, because I'm quickly losing my ability to think. Because I feel like I've just clicked on everything at this point and that none of them are working for me. I don't know why I clicked on missing footage. I severely doubt that there's anything on missing footage. Leave me alone. Okay. I'm out of ideas. I'm checking my cheat again. There's one in the Shadow People book. Apparently. So I was right in looking through the books. What was I not seeing? What was I not seeing in the Shadow People one? I love consulting the cheat manual. Okay. Let me actually look at I keep looking at them fast to like maybe trick myself into forgetting it and then re-remembering it and pretending that I did it myself, but I don't know what I'm doing here. For the holes in a row, it says, oh, theory Shadow People, so not books. See, that's what I get for looking at it fast. So, because I was gonna get really mad about how any of this had anything to do with any of the symbols. So it's in theories. I love cheating. I don't care that I'm streaming and everybody can see me cheat. This is how I play video games on my own time. This is how I play video games in public. I have no shame. So something here has the dots in it. Is it like this? That doesn't look like the right spot. I guess it could be. Okay, apparently it was. It closes the game. Oh, okay. Well, I can look at my recycle bin now. Images. Oh boy. Man at old computer. Indeterminate gender at old computer. I can't tell. I can't see their face. I can only see hair. The man at the doctor. Man with electrodes on his face. Other man with electrodes on his face. Lady with electrodes on her face. Guy strapped down. That looks unpleasant. Lots of dudes with wires on them. Spooky evil hands. The shadow people got him. They left evil blue handprints. Apparently that's that secret. That did not look like it was in the right place or the right shape for the dots. I want to like go back and look at that because that made me feel a bit cheated. What was that? More theories, shadow people. This. I could have sworn that the dots were like up higher, like here. Let's see. I'm going to put my finger on the screen in real life and point at them for my own like convenience, because I can't keep the mouse there because I'm gonna move it around. Bonus credits. I keep moving my finger so I can actually read the words on the screen. Okay. They were in the right place. That was my bad. Oh well. I'll put an X next to that since I totally found it. I might have to do finger on the screen technique now for myself. The tic-tac-toe is where I'm pointing my finger. You can't see it, sorry. Okay, see, the back button actually works there. That's nice. Oh. Sorry, I brushed up against the mic. I don't know if you heard that. My sleeve brushed up against the mic a little. Could this perhaps be a tic-tac-toe? Could this count? Where's the dot? Let me maneuver my arm out of the way so I can see. I love contortionism. Okay. Somewhere in the corner over here. I guess not. I guess that doesn't count as a tic-tac-toe. That doesn't look correct. That doesn't look correct either. Maybe there's like an X here. Anything? Does not appear so. I have to keep like moving my finger a little bit because I can't see what's underneath it. My arm's getting tired. Please! Video game! My frail little arms can't handle this. I'm resting my arm on the top of my computer screen now. I don't think any of this would have a tic-tac-toe on it. No. Maze Masters. Any of this look tic-tac-toe-esque? In this general area? I don't believe so. That has lines on it. Anything at all. I'll take it. Even if it doesn't actually look like a tic-tac-toe and you're lying to me, I'll be okay with it as long as I find it, please. Yeah, okay. Keep forgetting. Let me out. Let me out. There's a whole lot of maneuvering happening right now. say as I go back, because now I'm paranoid. Everything that looks even vaguely like the shape I need, I'm gonna be searching for. I absolutely would not have guessed the shadow people picture. That has lines on it again. I really don't think that any of these would have such a geometric shape in them because they're like old paintings mostly. I'll go all the way through. Okay. Anything in fan art? Feel correct. Called. No, because my finger's in the wrong spot. Wouldn't be shadow people again. Oh, okay. Well, I'm just gonna have to remember with my eyes because my arm really hurts from doing that. Eyes, photographs. No, that doesn't count. Books again. No, because they're all in the middle, so that doesn't work either. Get back, leave, get me out of here. I'm fairly certain those don't have anything. But I don't know, the circle one. Is there a circle anywhere? Is there anything here that looks circular? I feel like something has to be on the drawings page because there's so many images. We're looking for a near perfect circle somewhere over here. And there's a circle over here. I can't really trust where I think the pictures are, or the images are, just because I drew them out rather crudely. Oh, that's a circle. Anything vaguely the correct shape, please? Does any of this look like anything at all? Yes, yes, glitch at me. I may give up. I don't know why I clicked on that again. I keep forgetting what buttons lead where until immediately after I click on them. And then I'm like, oh god, yeah, that's unskippable, isn't it? I've been through all of these. I really don't think anything's gonna be here. Don't press the quit button, idiot. Don't do that. You fool. Okay. Just wave my mouse wildly across the screen. Let me in. Show me the secrets, please. I'm begging you. I need to know. I may decide to give up completely. I found a grand total of one thing on my own. I don't think I'm cut out for this. I keep wanting to go to the more just because that person said that most of the things are in the more section, but I really feel like I'm not getting anything out of it. There's a circle over here. And you want to give me anything, babe? Anything in the corner? Anything at all? There's a circle on this page, you guys. Remember circles? Remember you told me to look for a circle? This is a circle as well. Not sure if it's the right circle. I think they just made the shapes too simple. I feel like they should be more obvious shapes. The eye was a reasonable one. Like, I didn't notice it, but that's just because I'm dumb. The moon was a good shape, but I just think that, like, regular normal circle and slightly wigglier circles are kind of a bad choice if you want people to actually figure out your secrets. Because there's so many circles. And I'm not going to remember exactly where they go. I'm just remember the general quadrant of the screen where they show up. And I don't know. Is this one of them that looks... These look a little tic-tac-toe-y. Where's my tic-tac-toe? Over here. I don't remember exactly where the dot was. Is it not one of these? This is all I have. This is the only idea I've got. Okay, fine. No, that wasn't in the right spot at all. There's checkerboards here. Checkerboards have lines in them like a tic-tac-toe. Okay. There's lines in this one as well. Since the one from the Shadow People page it wasn't actually like the actual shape cut out with shading and everything, it was just like a pixel recreation of the shape. I'm just paranoid about every vaguely line shaped thing, because maybe they just line tooled over it and copied it, and so it might not actually look like the thing that I'm looking for. It's not here either. This also has lines on it. So many lines! Lines everywhere! Okay. And we've exhausted the section. That's the one that I was just on. I really feel like they wouldn't have put two in the same place, but I'm running out of ideas. That's kind of a circle. Where's the circle one? In the corner here. Somewhere. I don't think so. Everybody remember that I found the moon one and I knew where it was and I figured it out. Just keep that in the forefront of your brain. Remember that I was smart approximately once. Why did the shadow shapes change? Make me paranoid. Is this a tic-tac-toe? Does this count as a tic-tac-toe? That's kind of, I think, maybe where it was. Is that why the shadows changed? To also indicate to you that there's something happening? Where's the dot? It was like kind of over here. I don't think we're getting it, boys. I don't think it's there. No. I felt like that was a good idea too. Where's this? It kind of has maybe a tic-tac-toe shape. Like the side of Terror Towers. Let's see. Okay, it does not appear so. Man. There's so many things that look like they're very nearly correct. And then they're not. There's a circle over here. Is that where my circle was? I think it was up higher. I think it was more around this general area. But who's to say? Let me wave my mouse around down here just in case. Probably not. I think I've exhausted my capabilities. Finding one thing completely exhausted my capabilities, and I'm cheating again. The tic-tac-toe is in movies. Where's the movies? Show me the movies. Movie production. Something in the Meat Man. Did it say the Meat Man, or did I hallucinate that? Oh. It was a different one. This one. What do you mean? I don't understand what this says. Third Eye Pictures movie production, Dark Hole, page 6. This is page 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How on earth? You see how faint those lines are? Is that it? It doesn't look like it's in the right spot, but that's the only intersecting lines that I'm seeing. I don't think that was in the right... I'm pretty sure that was like over here. Right? I'm not even gonna check because I'm just gonna be annoyed when I find out that it's in completely a different place than I thought it was. If this is it... Let's see. You guys look at that and you tell me you would have found it, huh? Look at it. Does any of this look like a tic-tac-toe to you? That's like 0.01% grayer than the stuff around it. And they showed me a big black tic-tac-toe lines. Yeah. And it has to scream at me as well. And that was it. My reward, if I had found the tic-tac-toe like a normal person, my reward would have been I get screamed at really loud by evil static. Oh my god. Not here. Don't let's go. Don't let's go me. I didn't do that on my own free will. I had my eyes half closed for a lot of that, so we are going to have to listen to big evil loud sound again, but oh god. I want to see it. If I had to sit here for 30 minutes trying and failing to find the tic-tac-toe that is apparently the tiles in this woman's horrible kitchen, I'm seeing the images. Ow. That sure is computer screens with pictures on them. I don't think that's a good reward. I think I should at least get a video. At least give me a little video. Not just a bunch of images and screaming. Okay. And I will cheat the last one. One of them's in the David Rowe art one. I don't know why I keep clicking help. Why does the help button exist? It does nothing. It helps you once and then never helps you again. More. Archives. Not that one. Third eye pictures. I don't remember. I don't remember what it was back. Bonus? Okay. It's in one of these. The circle is in one of these. The disc on the floor. I should pick that up. It's gonna get scratched. Where is a circle? Show me a circle. This is the most straight lines art I've ever seen in my life. Ignore that. Ignore the things that aren't straight lines. Am I even remembering where the circle is correctly? Okay, it's supposed to be up here. It's supposed to be up in this corner somewhere. Gotta go back to the beginning. Must have missed it. Go. Okay. Somewhere over here. Stare intently at the upper right corner. I'm really not seeing a circle anywhere. Is that where that was? I think I may have discovered my problem, actually. I'm thinking that maybe where the image shows up is not necessarily where it shows up on the, like, gray picture. The gray picture that they show you might sometimes be in relation to, like, the picture square that you found it in, because I'm, like, 99% certain that the circle was, like, up here somewhere. I'm not going to check because I don't want to be proven wrong. I think maybe this is the circle. Yep, I guess it was. Okay. cctv.exe. Are you gonna do anything evil to my camera? I'm always wary of spooky games like this, because sometimes they hijack your camera. Why does moving my hand in front of my webcam make me angry? Oh well. Okay, it's regular CCTV. Oh hey, I can click on them. Crazy. Camera 1. Camera 2. Somebody got smushed. Camera 3. There's a hole in the ground. Camera 4. It looks like a purple forest with a spooky door in it that they were talking about. There's a Knight. I don't know what that is. A bunch of doors. An evil dungeon. Somebody got their brain taken out, and also they have blue and purple innards. That's like a blue brain and purple blood. Oh my god, you guys, it's the jester. There he is. Is the incident that Mr. J went nuts and turned into the jester and now he's in a padded saddle? Yeah, man, what's up? You having a little giggle, mate? You having a laugh? You gonna jump at me? Are you going to do something spooky? No, the sound just cuts out entirely. Okay, goodbye. Have a nice night, sir. Well, Hey guys, we did it. We solved the puzzle. I did that all on my own. I can't even feel accomplished because I like looked at most of it. I know that it's it's becoming my thing to get really mad at a video game that I'm bad at and just look up the answer. But trust me, you do not want to see me get actually mad because I will start breaking electronics and I don't want to pay for that. Well, there's all of our secrets, I guess, unless new things have appeared. I don't think I'd be able to click on new stuff. But just one quick run through on a few of the things that I know for a fact glitched out when you touch them. Just to see. Features. Okay, none of those work. Just gotta be, just like quickly go through a few things. Hallucinogens. Remote viewing. That one already worked, actually. I completely forgot. Okay, yeah. So it does still hide a bunch of pages from you. They're probably just meant to be like set dressing. But I do wish it would like unlock more stuff. I think I just went like temporarily insane when I was on the players page and either read these and then completely forgot about reading them immediately afterwards, or just for some reason didn't click on them. Maybe I clicked menu instead of back and like forgot to go back and click on these. But I thought that I had done something at some point that brought these in. So I was like, oh, maybe other ones will show up, and then they didn't. So I'm a little disappointed. Still, it's fun to explore. I like to learn lore, even though I haven't really learned that much lore. Now I just want to know what's up with the Jester. I don't really have much about what's up with the Jester, except apparently they put him in a padded cell. In which case, like, why are we treating him like he's a supernatural incident? They got him. He's fine. They probably put a straitjacket on him. Lore maxing. I do so love lore maxing. If I could just read like disconnected snippets of world building for the rest of my life, I'd be very happy. I don't need media to have a plot. I just need them to tell me some cool concepts and for me to go, wow, that's a cool concept. And then I don't have to think about it. All the thinking has been done for me. They've built the world, I understand the world, and I'm done. Who cares about characters? Who cares about characters and plot? Just tell me some stuff that happened once and don't connect it to anything else. That's my favorite. Okay, well, I guess that's it. I guess that's that for now. I'll see you guys next week, hopefully with something that I'm less bad at. I'll try to find something that I can get through without cheating. Ain't that an idea? Imagine not cheating at video games. Couldn't be me. Anyway, good night, goodbye. Good night, goodbye, everybody. Good night, goodbye. The pain and suffering.